Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Good morning, if anyone's in here. Hello, Joy Blessed Life. Hello, Cheryl Fisher. How are you guys? What state are you guys in? I'm over in Texas. It's actually pretty nice out today. Let me see what the temperature is. I went out without a jacket and I was wondering if I was going to be okay that way. And 60 degrees. Oh, in Canada. Okay. So is it cold there in Canada? I'm in Tennessee. So it probably is cold in Tennessee. In British Columbia. Yeah, I have a friend called Lori's World. She's over in, I think she's in Victoria. So that's cool. Not bad. I think she said yesterday it was like in the 50s. But yeah, it's 60 here. It could possibly get in the 70s if it's 60 right now. It was really nice yesterday. I actually worked in the garden. Well, I worked on starting seedlings to put in my greenhouse. I'm going to be in the Shedworth 21, if you know what that is. So, 46 in the Smokies. Awesome. I have a sister-in-law who lives in Montana, and it's pretty cold there. I think there's snow and ice on the ground. Welcome, Citizen Garden. Thank you for popping in to show support. I appreciate it. I was just telling her how it was 60 degrees out here in Texas, and it might get warmer. I think it got up to 73 yesterday. Welcome, Nikki, the everyday life of the OCD-ish chick. Yeah, I visited Montana over the summer because my sister-in-law lives there, and it's really pretty there. There was a few things we couldn't do, like an amusement park with a mask for hours and hours. That would have been kind of hard. We did do like a mansion tour, and that was pretty cool. We did that with a mask on, but like toward the end, when you're supposed to watch the video, we were ready to leave because we had been wearing that mask the whole time. And I have asthma, so it's hard for me to wear it for long periods of time because I have trouble with breathing. And plus, I have a deviated septum as well. Welcome to Best Life. Okay, you're in Montana too. The Best Life. Are you hooked up with Freehandly Made, my sister-in-law? Nikki, did you hear about the thing that Freehandly Made and Hat Creek Farm is going to do on Lala Farms? I think I'm going to do a little announcement video for them on March 31st. They're going to do like a autism awareness. They're both going to do a video on how farm life affects autism. And then they're going to come up on Lala Farms, both of them, and do a live stream. So that's pretty cool. You have COPD and it's hard to wear masks. Yeah. You have a little bit of asthma. My sister has it really, really bad. So she has a lot more trouble. My mom got me one of those plastic clear kind where you can breathe out of the bottom part. And I have that in my car. But it's got kind of like writing right here. And I was like, if I'm going to wear that, I'm going to have to bling it a little bit. I don't wear anything boring, or I try not to. But I think that Texas must be good on their cases because they're about to pull the mask wearing thing. I heard around the middle of the month. So I just heard that rumor. So I don't know if it's true or not. I pretty much just have Netflix, Hulu, and Disney. And then I do YouTube videos. I don't watch any TV at all during the day. I'm usually cleaning, taking care of the chickens, or working in the garden. So things in the house. Sorry, I have bed allergies. I was without my allergy medicine for a few days, but I finally went and got some, but it probably takes a little while to kick in. So I'm kind of sniffly. Yeah, you get weak and feel faint. I understand that. Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, it's hard for me to do a long grocery shop with it um, because I'm not breathing very well, and then my glasses are fogging up, and then it's like because I can't breathe, I'm having trouble thinking, and I'm in the store, and I do my grocery shopping by making tally marks, where you do the 4 and then you cross it with a 5, and I do it like that, and so, but I lose track of what I'm doing um, when I have the mask on because it's like the fogging of my mask, the fogging of my glasses, and I can't breathe very well, and yeah, so it's kind of hard on me. Welcome, Joe. Yes, glasses and mask are kind of a pain. I do wear mine. I have some. Welcome, Rebel Canners. You were in my Coupon Gail live yesterday. I'm going to start doing the Coupon Gail Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. If you guys follow any couponing stuff, and I'm trying to get Monty's Emotion has agreed to come up with me. So hopefully we're going to actually talk about coupons. That is the point. That is why I separated Gailssouthernliving and have a separate channel for couponing, because I actually want to find some people that want to learn about couponing. So I had Texas Janet that came on, and she had read my letter that I wrote, and she actually wrote her first letter to a company yesterday attaching her UPC so that she could try to get a coupon for something. She didn't tell me what it was, but I think it's cool when people come back and say, oh, I got this awesome free coupon, or, oh, I just did my first couponing, or I ordered some coupons online. So if you guys haven't followed me as Coupon Gail, please go check that out if you're interested in couponing. Yeah, I understand. Joy, bless life. Let's see. Oh, you posted a question on community tab of Muddyboots. Wait. Oh, that question. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I remember now what you're saying. Okay. You're saying when he came up about uh the idea about the TV guide thing. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate it. I just kind of did a random live. I know we're supposed to kind of like schedule ours for Shed Wars, and I have my normal night is Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. So that I'm going to stay to that schedule, but I will still do random ones like in the morning or the midday, like today, when I have time. And I'm probably just going to like do an hour because I have to do some house cleaning. I have to go grocery shopping. I need to work on my couponing, and I need to um, set out some more seedlings. So, And I have to water outside too. I've already fed the chickens though. They're taken care of. I got 2 new baby chicks, which is weird because a lot of people said that that they can't get baby chicks just 2 at a time. They said they make them by 6 where they are at, but they didn't question me. Maybe our store breaks the rules. I don't know. But I was happy to get them. I got 1 Buff Orpington and 1 French Black Marin, which originally I thought it was a different kind, but it turned out, after looking it up, it turned out to be that, which is fine. I basically just like my chickens to look different, so that I can tell them apart. Kind of like your children. I don't want them all to look the same. I don't want to get 50 Buff Orpingtons and I don't know which one's which, but I got my first Buff Orpington and then I got a French Black Marin. So the French Black Marin is going to be black with like a rusty orange color right here. Of course, a Buff Orpington is kind of a goldy orange color. So I have 2 new baby chicks. I need to go in. Right now we're keeping them in a bedroom to keep them warm with like a couple of pillowcases laying on top. So it's dark in there for the night, and I need to go in there and take that off and let them play. But I didn't want to get just 1 chicken. I wanted to add 2. But right now my chickens aren't laying too well. I think maybe it has something to do with the weather. I've been making sure they have grit every day because I know that if you don't give your chickens grit, they will stop laying for you because they're not processing their food well. Which I had to tell. I have a friend in Rhode Island. She's had chickens for years and she didn't know that. So I had to tell her that in the nicest way possible. So what are you guys up to today? Do y'all have a million things to do as well? I bet Nikki's probably cleaning or decorating something right now. Nikki, if you hear me, I know you're cleaning at the same time. If you hear me, tell me about your Easter decorations, if you're going to decorate for Easter. I decided to do it early so they could stay up for a while. And I have some in my china cabinet. Then I have a bouquet I made in the living room. And I have a wreath on the front door and a couple of those little Dollar Tree plaques around the house. Babysitting. Awesome. Babysitting's good. How many kids are you babysitting? Rebel Canners. What kind of stuff do you do on your channel? You did hear that? I put the link up if anybody wants to come join. I'm open that way if anybody wants to come up and talk. Sometimes it's easier just to talk than it is to food preservation. Cool. So some good canning and dehydrating. Do you do fermenting? What all kind of food preservation do you do? Going to do some online. Welcome, Nona Grace. Hello, hello. I'm just doing a random chat this morning. I posted the link if anybody wants to come join. I love journeying along with Shannon. She is so sweet. Oh, that changing a pamper. Yeah. I was holding one of my new little baby chicks and I had on my Lala Farms t-shirt, and all of a sudden I was trying to make a little video with the chicks right here and one of them pooped on me on my Lala Farms t-shirt. So I'm going to look back at the video and decide if I'm going to post it or not. I'm doing well. I weighed this morning. I weighed in at 208, and I'm going to have to look back to see what my last weight was. I know I started at 216. So I guess you could say I've lost 8 pounds so far. Yeah, I'm gonna look back. It's a little short video, and I'm gonna look back and see if it's how long it is. Because right after I figured it out, I stopped taping. But I was like, ew, yeah, it was gross. But yeah, it might be a cute short because of the because it happened while I was doing it. I was actually looking at the phone, and I was like, ew, and that's when I noticed from looking at myself in the phone that it had just pooped on me. So that's cute. That's lovely. But yes, I am going to probably name them by Monday, and I will post the new names of the chickens on my Monday shout out video. And I could tell you, I'm going to name at least one of them after one of our YouTube community members. Also, I'm going to do an extra cool thing on my shout out video that involves a gift card. So be looking for this Monday's shout out video because it's going to have a couple of extra things in it. So check that out. I do shout outs every Monday. And I usually just pick people from my comments. I try to pick smaller channels. Occasionally, if I see somebody is almost at their 1,000, I will do a shout out for them so that they will hopefully get close to their goal. So hopefully somebody will do that for me when I get close. I'm still about 170 away, I think. Keep it real. That's what Nikki said. That's cool. Keep it real. I try to keep it real. I don't do a lot of editing. Occasionally, I'll make a mistake, like at the beginning of a video, and I will retape it. But if I make the mistake in the middle of the video or toward the end, I usually just leave it on. So I'm not really good with trimming or splicing the video. That's not my thing. Like I can now add transitions and little note card things at the front and the back, and I can put little pictures and music. Getting better with some of that stuff, but I'm not real good with trimming and editing. I'm not good with that part. But I need to pick a new system and start working with it because after a while you've kind of used up a lot of the good songs. Now, the only other thing I could do is maybe pay for it to where I would get more choices. I think you get more song choices and more editing choices. Yeah, I had some trouble with my links on my last shout out video. And I actually go back after my shout out video and I look to see if people have actually subscribed. So I think maybe the problem with the links I had kind of affected the one day we should all post a 1 minute video for just our bloopers. Yeah. I've done that twice. On my last friend mail video, I attached a blooper at the end where I said sure shell instead of sure gel. And then another one, a cooking video I was doing where I had my mixer and I didn't have the metal bowl on the bottom of the mixer screwed in. So it just started flying everywhere. So I attached that little clip at the end too. So people love seeing your little bloopers. And some of my little bloopers, I just leave them in. I say weird things. Now, if it's really weird, I'll probably tape over it. But a lot of times I just leave stuff in. Yeah. I'm using Video Guru to do my video edits, and I got that recommendation from John at Will It Grow. And I tried another one, but I find that one the easiest, and I've learned, and I figure if I stick with one, I will eventually learn how to use it well. And I tried to talk Lori from Lori's World into doing a tutorial on Video Guru, but I do my editing from the phone, and she does editing from the computer, so she couldn't get Video Guru for the computer. So to get a tutorial on the one I want, I would have to do one that goes on the computer. So I might do that. I noticed that like around Christmas time, it only gave me like one or two Christmas songs, and usually you do more than one little Christmas video. You might do one decorating or playing in the snow or making sugar cookies or showing your nutcracker collection or whatever it is you're doing Christmassy, and or like looking at Christmas lights or something. And I only had two. So I actually ended up doing my Christmas light one with a song that wasn't a Christmas song. So I think, welcome, Britton Farm Homestead. So I think maybe by next Christmas, I will try a different one, at least as a secondary one. So I have a few more Christmas songs. I think what I might do on my shout out videos is after I say the channel names, I'm going to add the description, add the links in the description box. But I think what I'm also going to add is I'm going to add little cards that have their names, like at the end. So that way, if the link doesn't work, they can go back and write down those names if they want to. But yeah, it's I try to do little channels, but I noticed that some of my links weren't working. And even when I tried to post Simply Jan Homestead's link in her thing, I tried it. It didn't work. I went over to my other channel, Coupon Gail, and I tried it from there. Also, it did not work. So I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's a conspiracy. Haha. Maybe it's me, but I mean, I learned how to do links and they usually almost always work, but Dan channel have the information that gets you from music. I'll have to look back at what you're saying there, Best Yet Journey, and see if I can find that. Use the same music for motorcycle rides. It seems to be the one that I gravitate to. Yeah, I have a few favorites on Video Guru that are my favorites. And I need to do like a little channel trailer, maybe like at the end of the video, because they say on the beginning of the video, should pretty much get to it. One thing that Nona Grace does on her videos is at the beginning, she says, I'm Nona Grace from Western New York. So I should do that. I should say, hi, I'm Gail from Gailssouthernliving, and I'm from Central Texas or something like that. And, I think that's a good idea. I should probably implement that. I mean, for my channel little logo that I have right now, I mean, it has the Texas symbol, but I don't know that everybody puts all that together or not. But yeah, I actually have a logo drawn up, and I need to go ahead and add it to my channel if I can figure out how to change it. I just have to get in there and mess around. I have to do things several times before I remember it. Just have to keep doing it. Britton Farm Homestead, where are you guys at? Best Yet Journey. Are you guys in Canada? Yeah, I went ahead and pulled up StreamYard. in case anybody came in that wanted to come up and chat. I'll put the link up again if anybody decides they want to come up here and talk. Yeah, yeah, because there's some channels that are from Texas, but I don't know they are because, you know, it doesn't always say in the video where they're from. People don't just start with that, but I think they should start with that. I think one thing that's helping me with my diet is that I drink my mocha shake in the morning. I have a video on it. It's mocha freeze. It's in my diet recipes. It's a plant paradox recipe. I think I'm going to do it again though, because when I did it the first time, I didn't add everything that I normally add every day. So I think I'm going to do mocha freeze part 2 or something, because there's a few things that I add that I didn't add in the video, like spinach leaves. I actually add spinach leaves in there. And if you put it on the setting that says liquefy and you take your time and it blends up all the way, you don't even know what's in there. And it's got like Hershey cocoa powder in it. So, and I also put ice cube that has mint in it. So it's like a chocolate mint shake. And I put ice in it. So it's like a chocolate mint iced coffee kind of thing. And then if I get tired of that flavor from having it every day, I will leave the chocolate out. And because I put vanilla protein powder in it, I could add something like a little bit of orange flavor, you know, occasionally maybe half a banana or maybe a couple of strawberries and a half a banana, you know, just change it up every once in a while. But most of the time, it's just the cocoa powder and the mint and spinach leaves and silk milk and coffee, actual coffee. I take the coffee my husband makes in the morning and I put it in a jar and I let it get cold. And the next day is actually when I use it. So the coffee that was left in there today, I put it in a jar and that'll be tomorrow's or the next day. And so there's basically cold coffee in my refrigerator all the time. And I use it in this. Because if you make the shake with warm coffee, it, you know, it melts the ice that you put in it. So it's like a cold coffee, iced coffee, mocha shake. Yeah, I want to do another video. I have it's kind of like a broccoli tater tot. You take the broccoli and blend it up. You add a few things. Then you make it in little oval looking circle things and you put it on a baking sheet and you bake it. So it's like broccoli tots. And you could dip it in like your holy guacamole and you could eat it with your dinner or you could even eat it as a snack, which I usually only make it when the girls are here because it makes a lot and it's really too much for 2 people to eat. So it's better when the girls are here because you're splitting it by 4, not by 2. So it's pretty much too big of a portion for 2 people. Now maybe if you made it as your only side, it wouldn't be too bad, but I've done some of my recipes, but I have a few more. I have a dessert I want to make. I need to check my recipe and see what I need. Hello, Mike Humphrey. Mike Humphrey, you want to come up on StreamYard with me? I'm posting the link right there in the chat. What you do is you turn down your YouTube volume. You turn down your YouTube volume where you can't hear me. Then you hit that link and you'll go into like a YouTube studio. It'll ask you to test your mic. You'll put your channel name in and hit, I forget what the word is, submit, enter, whatever. It's blue at the bottom. You hit that and you'll go into StreamYard. And then you'll be sitting right here in the basement and I can pull you up. But yeah, anybody's welcome to come up and chat. There's not a lot of people in here, but it's just a random chat in the middle of the day. Oh, getting ready to go fishing. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, Mike. Maybe next time we'll try to set it up for some time when it's a good time for you. You could just pop up on my live, like you saw my friends do on my coupon channel yesterday. So going fishing, that sounds like fun. I'm probably going to be, I have to clean out my chicken coop this weekend now that it's nice weather. And also, I'm probably going to do some tilling for starting possibly some black-eyed peas. Because I've heard that peas and beans can take the weather. And my last frost date is March 21st. We're on about March 4th, I think. So it's pretty close. So if they do, they will, I don't think they'll even be up if we accidentally get another freeze. So I think they'll be fine. Plus, I could go out and cover them with something if I find out we're going to have a freeze. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. So I think I'm going to maybe do my black-eyed peas this weekend, or at least get the tilling part done. So we're about to have a fence put all around our backyard because we've had dogs in our backyard digging in my new raised beds. So I don't want that to happen during my gardening for Shed Wars. So Nona Gray says peas, beans, and carrots and radishes and onions and garlic can take the cold weather. Yes. In my raised planter, not my raised bed, but the planter that's up off the ground, raised up, pretty tall, that I bought at Tractor Supply. Last year I bought 2 of them. I have planted radishes, carrots, cilantro, and lettuce. And I have radishes coming up. Carrots are barely popping out the ground. Cilantro is barely popping out the ground. And there's a tiny bit of lettuce popping out of the ground in the planter. And then my other planter, I planted about 1/3 of it as celery, because by the time it actually starts popping out of the ground, it'll be warm here. And in my greenhouse, I have a lot of stuff going on in there, but I have broccoli coming out, my first broccoli ever. I have collard greens popping out the ceiling tray. I have Swiss chard. I have spinach. What else do I have in there? I have thyme. I always say that wrong. I have that popping out. I can't think of what else, but some things are popping out in there and some things are just, I don't have any tomatoes coming up yet. The first thing coming out in my seedling tray is my collard greens, which when I mentioned that to Muddyboots gardener yesterday, he was like, "Oh, you have your seedlings are already popping out and I don't even have mine planted yet." But I think he thought I meant in the ground, but I actually have it in a seedling tray, one of those 72 cell seedling trays. So, and there's only just one. There's one popping out. Now I'll look after this. I'll go out and water everything. Oh, and my garlic. I have garlic. I have 3 buckets of garlic on my front porch that I planted back in, I think it was November. And out of the 3, 2 of them are coming up. There's multiples coming up in there. I did not have my raised beds ready, so I decided to look and see if I could do it in a bucket. And I had seen on a YouTube video that someone else did it in a bucket. And they're popping out. They're about maybe 4 or 5 inches coming out right now. And my kale looked a little bit bad after the weather, but it seems like it's starting to come out again. So I might throw a couple more seeds in there. I have kale in a potting soil bag which I'll probably do a video on that for Shed Wars. I'll just buy another bag and do another one just like I did last year, but I'll do the whole process with them so they can see me doing that. So that'll be one of my Shed Wars tips, is that someone could, you know, physically grow kale on their front porch in a potting soil bag. I also know Ernie Hatmaker has a video like that. I have, I saw it on a video, and it was before I was a YouTube channel, so I just remembered it. I've showed it in a couple of videos, but yeah, let's see what Nona Gray said. Yeah, till the end of May. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, New York's pretty cold. So I'd been watching videos. I've been gardening for about 15 years, but I kind of stuck with the things I knew, like tomatoes, zucchini, jalapenos, tomatillos, things that I knew would grow here. I did not get out of my comfort zone and grow a bunch of other stuff. And I certainly didn't add any fancy stuff to it. I might buy Miracle Grow to plant it in if I had the money at the time. But now, this year, with Shed Wars, I have actually bought some stuff to mix in with my seedling mix, or my, you know, I bought a bag of cow manure, but it's like a bag that's already kind of composted and ready to go, and some bone meal and some perlite, and so, and I've been doing a lot of composting. I composted with chicken poop a few months ago, because that has to sit for about 3 or 4 months. So that's been on there for a while. Welcome the barnyard chicken. So I got more fancy with it this year. I also have some banana water that's going around all over YouTube. I have some banana water for my plants this year. Welcome, Tina Ladybug. Oh, hello, Rusty Pepper. Let's see. Mike Humphrey said, I always bury the fish that I catch in my garden every year. Yeah, that's a great idea for gardening, and putting back things into the soil. And I had watched a lot of videos where people were putting leaves on their soil. Like, I was watching Shed Wars last year. Like, I started watching around September. So I learned a lot of stuff, and I've watched a lot of videos since then. So I've upped my game. So even though I have the practical experience of doing the simple things that I knew, this is pushing me to go out of my comfort zone and add things that I haven't been adding. So yes, Shed Wars is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. So I heard that you needed to put your garlic in the refrigerator to get it cold. They call it stratify. And I must have done it right, because it actually worked. And I got my garlic from Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, from Sandy. And I actually marked the bucket who it was from, because I bought some at the local feed store. That's the bucket that's not coming up. But the one that came from Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, that's the one that's coming up. So I actually wrote it on the label that I made. Yeah, you almost didn't join Shed Wars. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. Yeah, I actually came across the channel yesterday because I was doing research for who I was going to do a shout out on next week. I came across a channel that doesn't have a playlist made up. So I'm trying to see if I can, in the nicest way possible, try to get her to do a playlist. Also, her title on her video was not Shed Wars 21 : in all caps. So also her her entry video did not come up. So she only has 23 views on it. And if she had titled it right, she would probably have almost 200 or 150 views on it. So, because mine, I did my entry video like right at the very beginning. So my video's been out a while. It almost has 200 views on it. So I think if she had got everything, and I was just trying to help her. So you never know if when you're trying to help somebody, if they're going to be offended or if they're going to realize you're trying to actually help them and be sweet. You put your seeds in the refrigerator? I should do that. I should put my seeds in the refrigerator. I have not done that, but I should do that. I might try to set that up for next year. I will be saving a lot more seeds this year because we did a lot of seed swapping this year. And oh, yours only has, oh, wow. Well, maybe it'll just take some time, but I'll go on there. I'll go on there and share your video out. The Best Life. I don't have a community page, but I have a couple of Facebook. I have a couple of Facebook pages. One is my personal Facebook, and one is my channel Facebook. I have a Gailssouthernliving Facebook, and so I use it to post my videos and other people's videos, and it's basically a channel Facebook page. But I don't like spend a lot of time on it. But I really should probably spend a little more time on it. But your time is just spread out between so many different things. Rusty Pepper said, my tomato plant is sitting on my kitchen counter. Okay, very cool. They were talking about how to do okra. On Cajun Hydroponics, they were talking about how to do okra. So I'm going to implement some of that stuff that Danny Cajun Hydroponics said and see if I can get my okra. I'm going to do the okra experiment. So yesterday I got a pot and I put the good potting soil in it and everything. And I put 2 little okra seeds in the middle, and I didn't do anything. I didn't soak them. I didn't do anything. Welcome, Will. So yes. So I planted them, and I'm going to do an experiment to see if I can get to see the results. Okay, so I'm going to do one where I soak it in just water. I'm going to do one where I soak it in the peroxide to get the shell off for about 10 minutes. Now I heard this on Cajun Hydroponics. Sorry, I don't think any of my moderators are in here, but I did go ahead and block it myself. So yeah, wow, I got a troll in the middle of the day. That's interesting. The last time I got a troll was sometime in the evening. I had moderators in there at that time, and they were all over it. But yeah, but I got it. I got it blocked. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying now. I was so busy I was reading it, and then I was like, oh, whoa. You're not on the internet till you get trolls. Nothing to worry about. Yeah. This is only my second time with trolls. I actually have a few words blocked on mine. And now I can add another word to it. I thought of another word from this troll that I can add to my list. Yeah. Welcome, Muddyboots Gardener. You just missed my troll that came in. So yes, I'm gonna try the stuff that Danny on Cajun Hydroponics said. I'm gonna do a pot that has just the okra seed in it, not soaked or anything. Then I'm gonna do one where I soak it in just water, and then I'm gonna do one where I do the bleach or the peroxide. I think the peroxide would be a little less harsh, but you actually, rinse it off right after you get it out of there. And I think it would be helpful to get that seed off. I think peroxide would be a little less harsh than bleach. Bleach sounds like, ooh. But you know what? Bleach actually turns into, if you keep bleach for a long time, it'll actually just turn right back into water. I learned that from one of the prepping channels. Don't ask me which one. Yes, I already took care of my chicken babies. After this, I think I'll go outside and water. Now, welcome Heaven's Essentials. Yeah, I'll probably go water in the greenhouse, see if I got anything else popping up. Yeah, Muddyboots Gardener. When I was talking about my collard greens popping up, there was only one, and it was in my seedling tray. It's not actually physically in the ground yet. It is in that 72 seedling tray, which I didn't even know if you would normally do that in a seedling tray, but I just thought I would give it a try. I mean, I have plenty of seed. I didn't use all of it. I actually have 2 packages of collard greens seeds. What? How am I cheating, Muddyboots? By starting early? Because I live in Texas, we will be watching you. Yeah, I actually had a troll in here a few minutes ago. Muddyboots, you weren't here to block them. But I did one of those block or report or whatever that's on here myself. Welcome, Jason Avers. Wow. 472 cell trays. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of vegetables. I have some things like herbs I'm gonna actually grow in pots, like those 1-gallon pots or half-gallon pots. So I'm actually gonna leave those in the pots, like my thyme, parsley, mint, oregano, some things like that. I did see oregano looks like it gets pretty big. I've never done oregano. And my basil, I'm going to actually plant that with the tomatoes as my companion planting, because I heard you're supposed to do basil and dill with your tomatoes to mask the smell of the tomatoes and to ward off certain bugs. Yes, I am actually going to try some of the stuff that Cajun Hydroponics was talking about on his video yesterday. I think, yeah. I've had good and bad years with the okra. Some years they're flourishing and going crazy. Last year they got a little bit taken over by the zinnias, so I'm going to try to just make sure I do a couple around each of the plants, but not like go crazy on it. And then I'm going to have one certain place where I do nothing but flowers. And in the background of it has a trellis that you can climb up on. And I have it's like a growing vine called a hyacinth. And I'm going to have that in the background growing up the trellis. So that'll be really pretty. So that'll help draw the bees in and stuff. And then I'll do a little bit of flowers in the different areas. And this year I'm going to do my black-eyed peas by themselves because they were a little bit overgrown with stuff too. So I'm going to try to Welcome, Jim Bob's Arcade. I just subscribed to that channel yesterday. I remember that. I'm going to put the link up if anybody wants to come up. So, I have some good gardening stuff going on here. I'll probably do some more today. Jason Avers, do you ever start your cucumbers do you ever start those early, or do you just sow those directly into the ground? Jason Avers is like the gardening expert. I usually just sow them directly into the ground. But yeah, I'm going to try some of the stuff that Danny said. I think it'll work really well. I watched some of his gardening videos last year, Shedwar stuff. So, hello, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, I think.
Good. Yeah, yesterday I thought it was my battery that died. It wasn't my battery that died. It was my internet went out for 30 minutes for absolutely no reason.
That's always fun.
My internet is right after that. I was trying to do something on my phone and it wouldn't let me because it was something on the internet. So let's see what he said. Last time I grew kits, I direct sowed them. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of something else I could do a seed start on. I'm kind of running out of ideas of stuff I want to seed start. Some of my peppers, I'm going to leave them actually in the pot that they're in because peppers grow well in a pot. I've done that before. I'm too shy. Well, this is the Rusty Pepper, and she is actually Pepper. So when you're talking about the Rusty Pepper, she is the Pepper. Her dog is the Rusty.
Yep.
Just so you know. So if you haven't subscribed to my friend, the Rusty Pepper, subscribe to her. So.
Let's see. No, wrong way.
Yeah, you have to do it opposite.
Yeah.
You have to do it totally opposite. But yeah, I actually have a couple of totes too. I might grow some stuff in totes because it will make it easier on the watering, and it'll just make it easier to get to stuff instead of having to go all the way down on the ground for it. We'll see. Did you see my long raised beds that my husband built for me, Rusty Pepper? Did you see that?
No, I didn't catch that video. I've been looking for it. Don't know what it's named.
I think you can see the boards. I think you could see the boards where I've painted them purple, laying on a thing. There's one where I've painted them, and it shows them at the end too, I think. But I think they're in a couple of different videos. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to dig up for the more recent ones that are longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to do the shorts every once in a while because they do actually help your channel by getting you subs.
Yeah.
Of course, they may be young teenagers in Japan or China or somewhere, but
thank you, Citizen Guardian.
Welcome, DPS's wonderful world.
Good morning.
Did you see where Nikki said hi to you from OCD-ish chick?
Yeah, up a little bit up. Let me go up there. Young-minded. Hey, Jim Bob. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Are you subscribed to her? She's really sweet.
I don't know. I put her up so I can go grab her.
The everyday life of the OCD-ish chick. And her first name is Nikki.
Nikki. Well, good morning, Nikki.
She's got a great, what do you call it? A channel, not a channel logo, a channel tag phrase. that what you would call it? I'm not sure what you call it, but it's really cool. Yeah. A lot of my shorts are hitting in other countries too. I've looked at them. Yeah, and a lot of them are animals, chickens, cats, snow. Those seem to be the ones that have hit the best. Chickens, cats, and snow.
I swear, last time we had that weather thing, I had to have been in Alaska. I thought I wasn't in Texas no more.
I know. I remember that. I remember that video. Yeah, I'm trying to find I have a book. Did you get that one? Are you done with that one, Rusty Pepper? Are you done with that? Did you find her?
No, you didn't put the link up, or is it in the other one?
Oh, the link. Oh, you wanted the link? I thought you just wanted her channel name. Oh,
well, hello, Britain Farm. Thank you.
I thought you were just going to look her up. Okay.
No, I have too hard a time with my fingers.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know if I have any moderators in here. I have Muddyboots, but I don't know if he knows how to do links or not. I'm not sure. Slogan or tagline. Yeah. Yeah, tagline. That's a good one. Yeah.
Let me see.
I'll have to send it to you later because I have something else pulled up on my phone.
Yeah.
I'll send you like a video of hers, and then you can get to her from that, and then you can subscribe to her from there.
Yeah.
I'll just text it to you.
That'd be good.
Because I don't have like a community page to put it on. If I did, I would totally.
Okay.
Oh man, look, he's in a
look.
He's in
Yeah,
a
I'm in the coat. I was about to leave, but yeah, I was about to leave. Hey,
Gail.
Hello,
Gail.
Pepper.
Look what the cat drug in.
Yeah, he was a big. He had to be a big cat too to drag me in here.
Listen to her. She's already picking on you.
I know. That's Pepper's for you.
Hey, it's my job. What can I say?
Yep.
Oh,
she called you in earlier and you ignored it. So I jumped on the second one.
Oh, yeah, because what I was gonna do, I was gonna run out. I was running out to Home Depot. I'm not Home Depot, Walmart. But that's why you see me in my coat, about to walk out of here. But yes, Jason, if anybody, Brit Farm, anybody who watched my videos, I have a video about a tree here on my property. It's an apple tree. It looks like it's dead. So I just wanted to get somebody's feedback on it that knows something about trees and can look at what I showed on my video and give me an idea what to do.
Yeah.
Do you think it's dead, or that's something apple trees? I never grew fruit trees before. So all 7 trees in my yard right now is trees I planted last summer and in fall. Yeah,
I've never grown a fruit tree, so I don't know.
So I have
is Jason Avers in here still? Jason Avers.
Is.
What kind of fruit trees do you think would grow best in Texas?
Orange.
I saw some at Tractor Supply, but I wanted to get something I knew would grow here.
We have a peach tree here on
I think it was peaches, apples, and there was one more thing.
We have a peach tree sitting here.
Because I think Jason Avers and I are in the same growing zone. Of course, Pepper's in the same growing zone too.
What growing zone is that? I can't figure that out.
8A.
8A?
8A. I'm pretty sure you're in 8A as well.
I'm 7A, like OCD chick.
7?
Yeah, she cheating too. You saw her stuff she doing? She cheating too.
What do you mean by cheating?
She got her what she call them, her winter. She put them in jugs like I had. Like she put her plants in jugs like this. Cheating already. Cheating.
That's not cheating.
I mean, listen to Jason's got 472 cell things going.
Wow.
And I've only got one of those things like that. I only got one of those.
Wow.
I have small pots that I'm using, and then some things I'm going to leave them in pots.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm the biggest cheater of all of y'all.
You got a bunch of stuff started under your grow
I
lights.
got about 300 plants already growing.
I mean, I might as well stop seed starting and just start, because I mean, our last frost date's only in like.
Oh, she called a winter sowing. That's what she called a winter sowing. So yeah.
I'm already winter sowing. I have some stuff in my raised planter already started. I have out, and this is outside. I have radishes, carrots, cilantro, and lettuce. And then in my other one, I have some celery, and I have some celery in a tray too, because I got celery from Craig's Family Homestead, and my mom's boyfriend bought me 2 packages of celery too. But I only opened one. I'm like, I don't need that much
So
celery.
for everybody who knows,
he's in his own 2 north of us, but apples, peaches, pears, and plums should do well in our area.
Apples. Okay, so yeah, I think pear or plum was the other one. I can't remember. Okay, so any of those. So it sounds like they're only carrying what we actually can grow here. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's all.
These hardware's places or supplies, that supply us with our animals,
sure,
feed and everything.
Oh, if you can make me a mod, yes. I don't know how to make mods in StreamYard. I can only do it every once in a while. I'll come up on regular YouTube, and that's when I make my mods, because all you have to do is click right next to their name. So every once in a while, I do a mod StreamYard, and whoever comes in at that time that I know, I make them a mod.
So now I have 4 official AKA names. I got Muddy Butt, Moody Boots, Muddy Poop, and now OCD got me as Messy Boots.
Messy Boots. Moody. Did you say Moody? Did you say Moody Boots?
Yeah, Moody Boots, Muddy Butt, Muddy Poop, and now it's Messy Boots from OCD. OCD called me Messy Boots.
That's a good one for you, Homer.
Go ahead. Which one? What you got for me, Peppers?
A good one for you, Messy Boots.
Messy Boots. Yeah. Messy
Why is that messy?
This time of year, you can't go outside without getting messy boots. At least you have boots on.
Yeah, but I planted grass. I put grass down already, even before the springtime. I went out when it was like windy, but when we had some good weather, I went out and overseed.
Britton Farm. See if you type something again and see if I made you a moderator. I did it off my phone. Let's see if it worked. Type something so I can see if you're blue. Welcome, Yoles Hoppin' Hilltop Farm. I have to slow down so I don't mess things up. Sometimes. That's how I said Muddy Butts. I was talking too fast. And Southerners aren't used to talking so fast like you Yankees over there. So we have to slow down or we will mess it all up.
I'm like Little Wayne said. I'm not talk. We don't talk fast. You're just listening slow.
Gail, us. Well, I'm a redneck. I don't know how you look at it, but us Southerners, we prefer to talk a little slower than y'all up north, because then you can understand us.
You can slow down and listen to what we're saying. Hear the words coming out of my mouth. Britton Farm, you are welcome to put up any links that you want.
Okay. Jason had said that tree is done for. I thought the same thing because it's down to the white flesh of that tree.
Yeah.
But some people said don't rush to judgment because apple trees are funny. I don't know. But I'm gonna leave it till springtime. If it's not, I'm gonna plant a nectarine tree here.
Let me give you a suggestion. The peach tree that's right out here, I put it in the last video that I had about not being in Texas. I had 3 blooms on the tree at the time. They're not there now. Go wonder. Anyway, when we had that tree out there for a year and a half, someone tried cutting it down. And we had only 2 branches that popped up. Last season, we had a gob of peaches on that tree. So don't give up on it.
Yeah.
It's not done yet. It still could just be, something that is, that old ice decided it wanted to make it look bad for you.
Pepper, the Britton Farm Homestead put in the link for the everyday life of the OCD-ish chick. So now you can click on it. Nikki, are you now blue also? It doesn't show on StreamYard.
No.
But on your side it'll show.
Yeah.
If you're blue or not. So type something else and let's see if you show it blue. I mean on your side. I won't be able to see it blue.
No, I didn't.
Citizen Garden. Citizen Garden, you say Muddyboots Living. Should I join you folks? Yeah, this is Gail. This is Gail's live. She invite people up. I mean, if you want to come up, because I know you're in South Africa. So I know it's what, midday there for you right now?
Okay. So what you do is Citizen Guardian, you turn down your YouTube where you can't hear me anymore. Then you click on that link that I just put in and you come in like that. And you'll be using StreamYard's mic at that point. And then you'll put in the name of your channel and hit the blue button and then you'll be in. So yes, you are welcome.
Yeah, if anybody don't know who Citizen Garden is, he's part of the Southern Hemisphere Shed Wars. He's on.
Oh, he is? So I've probably watched a video then because I have watched a lot of Shed Wars videos.
Yeah, we know your lighting's not great. We know, yeah, he has issues with the lighting because where he, let him, when he come up, he can tell you about the lighting situation in his community.
Did you watch Lala Farms last night, Muddyboots? Did you watch it? They had Sweetie Creek Farm on, and they have to go and get all of their water, and they have to pay for it.
Wow.
They have to pay for their water, and they have to go 10 minutes away, and they have to get it every day for their family, for their animals. They got that beautiful house and no water. Can you believe that? In their ground, it looks so dead. I feel so bad for them. They said it'll be green in the winter.
So they did try to dig for water. There's no water there?
No. There's no water there, and I felt so bad because Big Rick he goes, yeah, we can go down about 4 or 6 foot, and we're already hitting water, and I was like, oh, that's
so they
terrible.
built a beautiful home on a piece of property, and that's another thing. I don't know because
I think that may be common in Australia. I'm gonna ask some more Australia people.
But that's, to me, before you put an investment on a house or the things they built, I haven't seen the house yet. They claim it's a beautiful home, but I would think anybody who buy property or land out here in this country, in this world, I think that would be the first thing you try to do is find water before you start building and putting lumber and concrete.
Good morning, Robert, Homestead Aquarius. I'm going to start asking around. I'm curious if that's a common problem in Australia or if it's just their specific area.
That's a common problem.
Is that like are they doing off-grid there, or is that normal? And I didn't catch whether they had running water or not.
If they don't have water, they don't have running water, Gail.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. I was like, well, that's real. Well, I mean, are they doing it just for the animals, or are they literally using that in their kitchen too? I kind of missed whether they were talking about just for the animals or for all their water. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think that I would pay water to bring the water to animals.
Welcome, Hitch a Chick Urban Homestead.
If the water's good
for you are welcome to come up, or anybody else that wants to.
I believe if water's good for your animals to drink, it's good for you to drink with filtration. So I'm assuming that
what they're getting is good water, good filtered water.
No, I'm saying you're saying they have to go get water and bring it back to their property, but I mean, I'm just saying for a lot of people who's here who plan to buy property or land, stuff like that, before you start building a permanent structure there to live there, I think that should be the first thing, even if it's the biggest project or the biggest chunk of your money, is to see if you can get water there before you. Sometimes you got to purchase it before you can dig on the property, but it should be what they call a contingency on your property buying to see if you can get a well there, because that can change the price of any property.
Unless that's a common problem in Australia and none of them have it. They all have to go
I
through their
mean,
water.
you keep saying
I
like
don't know. I really don't know.
But I'm saying it ain't just in Australia that's a common problem. It's a common problem here with people in America buy land. They buy land, it's dirt cheap, but there's no water. Either it's granite, a lot of rocks in the property. You can't even dig down 3 feet without hitting some type of granite or stuff. A lot of people, it looks nice on top. What we call the what's called overgrowth. If it looks, because see, people can sell you land, it looks great on top because the leaves and stuff over the years, it looks great. It can be about a foot good soil, but when you start digging, you're hitting granite, you're hitting rocks. You can't build it. You got to use dynamite. Then that, you got the land for 10 grand, but you can't build nothing there.
All right, Homer, I got an answer for that tree. It's behind the garage.
What, my tree?
Yeah, your tree.
What about it?
Okay. If you look at it, the branches, I was looking at the branches. Mm-hmm. They have little buds coming on them.
Hello, Jason Avers.
Yeah, that's exactly. Hold up, Jason. I'm trying to peppers. It looked like some buds, but I don't know what's going on. But it looks like it's to the flesh, and I know that's the issue with apple trees mainly. When you see the
bark
peels off the tree, either something happened. I'm not too sure. Maybe Jason.
Not always. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Our peach tree did that, and it's still very much alive.
Okay, I took a look at the tree, and what we're seeing here is the bark down close to the base of the trunk is gone all the way down past the cambium and all the way around, which means the tree is girdled. Everything above that is going to be dead. Below that, the roots will still be alive, but this is below where the graft is. So if the roots are still alive, what's going to grow up from those roots may not be the variety of apple that you want. It may be whatever the rootstock was, which if it survives, you might have a crab apple. Yay! But if you wanted a nice red delicious apple, you're not going to get it. That tree's done.
Oh, okay. So what you're trying to tell me is now, Jason, just for the records for the people, because now I'm going OCD status right now. I'm going messy. Right. You tell me, since I got my coat on, go in my garage and get me a pair of snips and go ahead and get me a snipping off that nectarine tree I saw, and then graft that root system with that nectarine tree.
I don't think you get
if the root system's still alive, then I can just cut it down, like you said, under that graft part, and go get a snip from the garage and snip off some of them nectarine trees.
Snip off some semi-hardwood from another apple tree, and you might be able to chip graft that into the trunk. So
when I try to say for instance, just the say if I take the top off, you say off under that graft, right?
Right.
Now, how do I graft that branch or whatever if I get a snippet?
You
just cut it with a knife.
Yes and no. You would cut a wedge into the. Okay, let me find a circular object. Okay, so you imagine this is the top of your stump.
Welcome, citizen guardian.
And you'll notice that there's green cambium layer around there. If it's still alive, you'll have a little green cambium layer around the outside. If you've got that, then there's a possibility you might be able to do something. If you don't have that, then even the roots are dead and it's all done for anyway. So the idea is you take the piece of scion wood that you're cutting that you want to graft in, and you want to make those green bits, the cambium layer, match up so that they fuse together. So you cut a wedge in here, kind of like a notch.
Okay.
So, and then you shape your scion with a wedge, and then you fit the two together so that the cambium layers match up to each other. So they have
it's very detailed.
So going back, instead of I'm not putting that piece inside the middle. I'm putting it on the side, so it's going to stick out like this. Then,
right? Because it grows from the cambium layer. That green part. That's where the active growth is. The middle part is just wood. There's nothing going on there. Okay. All right. Once you've got your chip grafted in place, you'll want to wrap it up tight with something that's going to keep the moisture from escaping or things from getting in. Parafilm works, but you can also just get cheap black electric tape.
Okay.
To wrap around your fresh graft. That's the cheap and cheesy alternative to buy expensive material.
Should I dip it in honey and thing like that? I know people dip theirs in honey or some group pro root stuff I have.
Nah. Because you're not trying to root it, you're just trying to get it to graft. You could use honey. Honey won't hurt, but yeah, you're just trying to get the cambium layer from your scion and the cambium layer from the stump.
Okay, I got you. Stick it right on the side of it. Like you say, you stick it on the side of it.
Yep, stick it right on the side.
Now, as that tree grows, and you say, okay, that big piece now, that round piece, like you said, the round piece, would that as they grow, would it go over that big piece to get a strength?
They should grow together. They'll fuse together.
Years, it'll grow right over that root, that piece of thing then, right? Oh,
yep.
Okay. All right.
Probably the best thing to do at this point is to have 2 or 3 scions radiating around that center stump, so you already have a vase shape coming up from that.
Oh, okay, got you.
As low as that
Citizen Guardian, where are you at it again?
You're going to be able to do it. As low as that damage is on the trunk, it looks like it's just way too low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Can you hear us?
I wanted to join you guys as well. Sorry, I know that the conversation was just very intriguing. So as I heard the conversation and I stepped in, I just wanted to focus on what Jason and Muddy were talking about there as well.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to feel like you were being ignored. I didn't. First time I bring you up, I didn't want to be rude or something. So
no, not at all. I really was just enjoying the conversation. So hello to everybody. Hi.
Yeah.
Citizen Guardian.
What country are you in? Where are you at?
Yeah, South Africa.
Guardian? South Africa. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got summer going on right now. Getting ready to go to winter.
Yeah, that's actually true. We're just coming out of our season now. And yeah, I spend way too much time with Americans because I love it so much. You'll find me quite often in the streams, over here with you guys and that, and I really just thoroughly enjoy it. So yeah, with Muddy and gang as well, I really enjoy the company of you guys. So yeah, it's an interesting country, but I really just enjoy people in general, wherever they are from the world. So yeah, I'll stop rambling on now.
What time of the day is it there?
It's currently 10 minutes past 7. Well, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Okay.
How big a yard do you have?
I got a medium, a pretty medium sized yard. I don't have a large amount, but I recently did a weigh-in, and I was very fortunate in the beginning of our growing season. From the middle of nowhere, I got a butternut plant to shoot up. I didn't plant it at all or anything. There was just a butternut that came up, so I decided to call it the magic butternut. And that's really done very well for me this season. It's actually brought me a large yield as well. And I don't know where the seed came from, but I'm very grateful and blessed to have had it.
Do you have acres?
We work in meters. I could do the equation real quick because I know that our yard is 8 meters in width and then 12 meters in length. So let me just do the equation real quick for you.
So yes, if anybody don't know, Citizen Garden is on Darren's team from the Southern Hemisphere. So he's part of Shed Wars. He's on Darren's team. Down Under Forge.
Yeah, I'm sure I've watched some videos. I'll go back and double check it, make sure.
Yeah, Team Down Under. That's the team he's on.
Yeah, I know he has a playlist, Darren does, of his team members. Mm-hmm. And I've gone through and I found Growing with Surge or something like that. And then if he was on there, I would have watched videos because I watched one of all of them in there. or at least one or two of all of them in there. So.
Yeah, it has to be now. When they first started, it has to be now about 22 or 25 members of each team probably right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot. People, it started
I can't
off
wait for our draft so we can see what team we're on.
Yeah. I was talking about the Southern Hemisphere. Like a lot of us don't know a lot of channels, but a lot of channels, because it's 2 teams there that I know of. And
I tried to go through and find all the channels that are over there, because when I pull up Shed Wars 21, not all of them are coming up. So I don't know if their videos aren't titled right or what. And a lot of them don't have their Shed Wars 21 playlist up either. So
okay.
A lot of people, not just there, but
so he says 472 inches, 12 meters. So he has 80. So he's probably on like not even a one third of an acre. He probably have a small, very small patio, like. So
Hey,
it's probably 1/3.
Yeah.
you manage your space well.
Yeah, that's big enough to have a garden.
Muddyboots gardener pulled out of his space half a yard and part of a front yard. So.
Oh, it's getting bigger. Oh, y'all didn't see. I tell you, I can't wait for the spring. My front yard's gonna look crazy because I have the rock. I didn't shoot the video. I'm sorry, I ain't finished that video yet. I'll be out there. I thought I put it out there, but I'm gonna show you that
for your video.
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't put it out because the phone went dead when I was shooting half of it. But the rock wall, I'm gonna do some Jason stuff right now, some scientific stuff.
Nice.
The rock wall gets heat on it like all day. The rocks get heat. So I'm planning to try to plant the okra plants there in that section. I'm going to get some black fence so the deers and other animals don't eat the vegetation, hopefully. And I'm going to plant against the rock wall. So the rock wall when it turns.
Grandpa Prepper.
Hey, Urban Grandpa. So my theory in the head here is at nighttime, when it cools down, those rocks will still generate warmth.
Yeah.
So Britain Farm was telling me okra plants love heat and warmth. So they'll constantly get warmth until the next sun comes up because that whole rock wall will turn warm. And then on top of it, I'm going to plant cucumbers and I'm going to train the cucumbers to go downwards off the cliff of the rock. Instead of trying to go up on a trellis, train when they grow, bring them down so they'll drop down on the wall, and the heat should give the cucumbers a nice warmth at night and the okra at the same time. So that's going to be my experiment this growing season.
Nice.
I'm hoping nobody steal my okras off the side of the road because it's on the road. So they can just come up there and pick everything they want, cucumbers and all.
Look at that go. I have no idea what that stuff is.
No, they know what it is. They'll know what it is. But the point is that it's on the side of the road where they can just drive up, pull over, pick a few okras off, few cucumbers, and keep going. I
used to have my hyacinth plants on a chain link fence, and there were some in the alley. And I every once in a while I'd look out the window and somebody would be picking the purple beans off of there. Luckily, I had plenty, so I actually just watched them do it. But
so I got to put a type of alarm system in front because I got the bucket system, which I'm going to put in front of the red truck if you see my property again. Those going to have collard greens in them. I know people eat collard greens, not only black folks no more. So I can see collard greens going missing. When I come up in the morning, the whole bucket is gone of the whole collard green. Took the bucket and the soil and all that. But I'm hoping that, I don't get theft. They just stole my neighbor's snowblower right off her truck.
Wow.
Nikki's coming for your
wow.
So
OCD chick said she's coming for your okra, Muddyboots.
yeah, I gotta watch them people that drive by here. They go to the highway they gotta pass my house to go to the highway. Yeah.
Thank you for putting up links, Robert. I appreciate it.
I might try to fool around and keep a dead rabbit over there every now and then to keep the coyote around. I have a coyote lives across the street. I mean, it's in the woods, the coyote. So if I keep a dead rabbit out there every night, put it on a stick, he'll come out there as my security guard at night. Feed him a rabbit every day.
I'm fixing to put a fence around my whole yard to keep the dogs out. So I'm actually going to have a little side gardening area that I wasn't going to have before. It's going to give me just a little bit more space because I have one corner of my yard because I'm not right next to a creek that gets flooded, so I can't plant anything over there. So I'm kind of actually restricted to about half my backyard. But now I have a little bit of side yard that I'm going to be able to use because of the fence being put up.
So my other theory is my truck that I don't use that much is sitting out there with a bunch of guys. I'm going to take it to the dump. I got to dump the stuff off the truck. I'm going to turn the truck around, and I'm actually going to put buckets in the truck since I don't use it. So when I'm not using it, if I put buckets in, I can remove the bucket. If I have to use the truck, I can remove the bucket. So on the buckets, I'm going to put some more. It's a 25 by 8.5 feet wide truck flatbed. So I'm going to put buckets in there also. So I can grow so much this year, and I have enough seeds to do everything I want. So, you know, a little bit for the thieves, a little bit for myself, I believe.
Homestead Aquarius, if you're still in here, will you put up the link of the Rusty Pepper for me?
Okay.
Or Nikki, either one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, so Garden
Avers
Citizen, I know you're muted, but Garden Citizen, I know you wanted to go live. You never got back to me about the live. Did you? I know your internet sometimes goes a little crazy.
I know. So what I've been doing as well is I've got a routine that I'm following at the moment as well on my channel, and I still wanted to get in touch with you to find out if you were available that day.
Yeah.
If you look at the, I've got a pattern going where I try to make sure that I do have a live interview as well, and you're definitely the next person that I'd love to have on the channel. So I'd love to chat about that. Obviously, the lighting is really not doing me any justice right now. I can see it clearly on my side, and all you see is this over here.
Yeah.
No, it looks okay. It's like a studio effect.
You need some light.
Like a black background.
Yeah, because I know because you explain why the dark and the lights and stuff, because he has the things like I think the Caribbean countries have where light is limited, electricity is limited, gets cut off at certain times, stuff like that. He can explain more to you to that. Go ahead.
Well, that's quite interesting. We do have rolling blackouts quite often, which is we call it load shedding, where we go for there's periods of the year quite often where we'll go through maybe 6 hours without power through the day. But currently, the reason why our lighting is off right now is for the majority just it sounds a bit strange, but it's a protective measure just because crime is relatively high as well. So for the most part, we try and keep lights on the inside off a lot of the time. It sounds much worse than it is. It's not that bad. It's just that because of our positioning where we are, we have a very exposed house and we like it that way. We don't mind at all. But at nighttime, if we have the lighting on the inside over here, then it's very easy for you to see from the outside as well. And there is a lot of criminal opportunity that occurs in the country. So we have to be as vigilant as possible. But overall, I'm not going to go into South Africa specifically, but I'm really proud to be from here. And we have a beautiful future ahead of us. And we have a lot of people that are positive about the country. So there is a lot of movement going forward. And and I know that you just asked me about the lighting and then I go off on a tangent. That's why I try not to ramble too much.
Do you have any videos on how you deal with your time without power? Like what you use, candles, lanterns, whatever, the things like that you use. Do you have any videos on that? Because it seems recently Texas lost power and people lost their power for days and days. And I was just wondering if you have any videos on that we could watch. Maybe we could learn something on that kind of stuff.
Well, the thing is, if I do go into any of the local scenarios as well, the local, it's one of the issues that is wrong with the country. And if I had to go into lighting as a solution, we mostly just use candles. And I've got a lamp over there on that side, a paraffin lamp that I use quite often. So we do that a lot in the evening. But you'll notice something that's quite specific is that I don't talk about any of the issues that our country has or any of the real issues that occur in any specific country, because I don't like adding negativity or bringing negativity in any way to my country, which already is seen in a bad light to some degree. So, like, I try and speak positive about my country, and I tell people how proud I am, and I really genuinely am, and I see a bright future ahead of us. We do come from a very dark past, though, and sometimes wounds do take a while to heal, with the body. Sometimes cuts don't just disappear overnight, but we are collectively as a country trying our best to move forward into a world that feels like 2021, and it's going quite well. We have some hiccups, but in general, there's a lot of positivity about the country, and I really enjoy speaking about things, and I love the people, the homesteaders and stuff. That's why you'll find me talking a bit too much sometimes. So Gail, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're okay. You're good.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Guardian. Hey,
I mean, we
hey,
haven't seen you on a live, so what you're saying is interesting because we haven't, got to hear you speak. So.
Hello, little. I'm gonna say Eric. Hello, Eric.
Hello, Simply Dan Homestead. Hello, Heritage Homestead. Hello, Eric.
Oh, see, Jan's following my footsteps. She's getting in and clean up that chicken coop on a regular basis. Good looking out, Jane. She gets some good egg production.
I'm doing mine this weekend.
Yeah, y'all need to be out there every other month, clean at least every other month, at least clean up them chicken coops.
I don't have an exact schedule. I just look in.
Okay. Jason came back. Jason came back now. Here you go. What you want to show us, Jason?
Oh, I figured I may as well do some work while all this is going on.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I had Hitch set up one time, and she was making a quilt while we were on the live. He was just like,
"Yeah, I got some potato slips, the sweet potato slips to get off."
I told Gail that too. She'd be popping up on a spare at the moment. Yankees got chores too. And I ain't just the Southern people.
Well, you didn't have to come up on the panel and talk. You chose to.
No, because you asked 1,000 people that was here. And everybody just sat back like a union meeting. Everybody wants to change, but they don't want to come up and say something. So I come up.
Like a union meeting. That's great.
Yeah, you know how the union meetings are. You try to get organized, and then everybody say, hey, they doing this, they treating us bad, but then you step up, you let only one person step up, and everybody is 12 feet behind you.
And then everybody else starts showing up. Well, Rusty, Pepper got up first, then you. Then Jason, then
I didn't get up. I saw first
Citizen Guardian, or do you want to say? You don't have to say.
I came up. She first put the link up to bring you up here, Messy Boots, and you ignored her.
I didn't ignore her.
At the second time, I jumped on. But you had to wait till she put it up 4 times before you jumped on.
No,
Bye, Eric. Go.
I was on my way. For the record, people, I was on my way out the door to go to Walmart because I don't like to go out on Fridays, going any shopping on Fridays because it's a hectic day. Because everybody got paid, everybody's trying to get their little liquors and beers, and the roads are just jacked up. So I was trying to get out there while everybody's at work right now, hoping they're getting a paycheck tomorrow. I'll get my stuff and I'll be in here. So all I got to do is pick up the girl from school on tomorrow and lock myself in the house. I don't go out with this COVID-19 stuff. I try limited outside.
Don't you know how to hit the stores in the morning?
It is the morning here.
It is here too, but I'm talking about like 9 a.m.
Oh, you asking for too much there, Peppers. Now, come on now.
I ain't asking nothing much.
I'm almost at that senior citizen dealship right there. I'm almost there because you know what? At one time when this first started, they was only allowing the seniors from 6 in the morning to 8 to the supermarkets, and then they let the other people go in after.
Yep, and everybody else could start going in at 8:15.
What's the age on that?
It was 65 and older. Yeah.
Okay.
When this stuff really hit here,
you're not close to 65.
No, see, you missing the whole thing.
No, way away.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a long way nowhere. I'm right there at the circle.
I thought you were trying to put yourself almost in that group. I'm like, you're not anywhere.
I am almost in that group. I'm 54.
Oh, okay. I thought you were 53. Okay. Well, still, you're still over like 11 years away.
Hey, Gail, he's just a puppy.
All right. So these two pieces were all one vine. I just
Okay.
cut it in half and then make sure I
Now,
have.
what you doing? How you doing that now?
All right.
Are you
So
sticking it in water, or are you going to?
yeah, I'm just putting these in water for right now.
You're just a puppy. I mean, shoot, I'm 71. Guess what? I'm a puppy.
She's a
It's got to
17.
be one of them two that's the youngest.
Huh?
I'm in the middle.
Yeah, but I'm the youngest.
At heart.
I'm turning 5 this year.
5.
Who's
That means
turning
50,
5?
y'all. That means 50. You say 5 means 50. Somebody said that in one of my channels. They say 3 means 30, 5 means 50. So you don't have to give the 50 part. You just say I'm 3, I'm 2. That means 50.
No, you're not, Jason. You're younger than that, aren't you?
Nope.
I thought you were in your 30s.
All right, now you know what, Gail? You go back to Prohibition Center, give those glasses back and get your money back, Gail. You say he look like he's 30.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go back and get
There's
your
no
money back
gray
from
in
those
that.
glasses.
I don't see any gray in that beard.
You need a class action lawsuit against the guy who even gave you your eye exam right now. If you think
Oh,
Jason
right
because I don't went with Jason on the 40. I would have went with Jason on the 40. I would have went with Jason on the 40 rap. I would sure not do 30 on him. Nah, he ain't just finished college.
Everyday life OCD chick is 5.
Mm-hmm. But you see, you can be 5 at 50, but you can also be 5 at 14.
Yep.
1 and 4 is 5.
Okay.
Now, Guard might be in his 30s. He might be 32, 33 in that ballpark.
And if that's the case, my mommy done told me I'm just 6.
Now, Citizen Guard could be in his 30s.
Than I am.
You about 42, 41. I put you in that ballpark in the 40s.
I think there's something beautiful about age, though. I know, that I've definitely experienced a lot of enjoyment in getting older. I'm in my mid-30s. I'm like 35 now, so you're very close, Muddy. So basically, what I've seen is, which I think is really interesting, is in my early 20s, I felt, you feel kind of lost. You don't know where you're really going. And then when I hit my early 30s, I've definitely experienced that I don't have that type of stress on me anymore. I'm set in who I am, and you become more confident. So I can only imagine that grows with age. And I really look forward to that. Instead of looking at it from the other way, I absolutely find that the more wisdom and knowledge that you're able to attain as you age, the better life can become. So I don't you know what I mean?
Figure out just how much you don't really know.
Yes, exactly.
And then the confusion starts all over again.
Because
I thought I knew a lot about gardening until I joined the community, and I'm like, man, you guys make me feel.
No, but the other day, Pepper got in the mail. She got her getaway card. See, Pepper's got her getaway card in the mail the other day. It's called, she's at the age where she don't care about what nobody thinks about. She say what she want to say, and everybody's going to give her a pass. So she got that card. That's like an AA card, an AAP card that came in the mail to her yesterday. She's at that age where she say what she want to say, and she don't care who she offend, and everybody else should just deal with it and move on.
There's one I care about who I say it around and what I say when he's around.
That's old Rusty.
Jesus.
Oh,
you gotta watch your mouth.
I thought she was talking about her dog too.
I thought the same thing. I thought she was gonna go with Rusty. She took it to the higher upper levels out there, the upper room. She took it up to the upper room.
I'm Pepper.
All right.
He's Rusty.
No, that's what we thought you was talking about, Rusty. Because my dog Nadine, she gets her feeling hurt when I yell at her. All her feelings are hurt.
So it's
when
been
she goes over there.
Soft last, and I now have 7 more from this one up here.
Now, are you using plain water, or you put something in that water also? Is it just plain water or has water nutrients in it?
Welcome.
You need to add the nutrients until after the roots have developed.
He did everyday life.
You can add to something with nutrients, but it doesn't need nutrients in it as long as it's just trying to get the roots out.
Okay. So
Good morning,
what's the root?
Worcestershire Project.
Hey, Wick,
welcome. Twin Brook Acres. Sorry.
So what you say, hey, once once you see the root system coming out, you might add a little bit of fertilizer or some type of nutrients into that water until they establish good.
Well, once I've started to get roots on these vines, I'll go ahead and put them into some actual soil where the nutrients are, and then let them grow. And then whenever they get, like this one's almost there already, whenever it gets a little bit longer, I'll go ahead and take another cutting off of this one, and then root that one, and so on and so forth until I have a few thousand, or however many.
What are those?
These are called Beauregard sweet potatoes. They're more suitable for northern climates, zone 8, and everywhere north up to zone 5.
All right, because I'm in zone 7A, like me and OCD chick.
Oh, yeah,
zone 7A.
Yeah. You can grow these in 7A. Yeah.
I'm not gonna,
Is anybody smashing that like button?
See, the only reason why I'm not going to grow sweet potato slips were the fact that I don't know what went wrong, but the way that people talk about spearmint takes over and mint take over, those sweet potato plants that I planted last year, took over the whole bed. It went from one side all the way across.
What took over?
The sweet potato bed. I planted them. I planted 12 of them, right? And they went all the way up 16 feet up towards the eggplants. It was way up and it was coming on to the sides. They were just, but they took off like weeds. And it was sweet potato plants. But people complain about the mint and spearmint stuff that takes your yard over. But the sweet potato leaves do the same thing. Took a lot off. They took off as worse as my strawberries. Strawberries did the same thing once they started establishing. They just start spreading the strawberries.
Yeah. Somebody told me that my strawberries will be okay by themselves this year. I mean, be okay with something else, but next year they're going to take over the whole bed. So hopefully that's true.
Somebody said they in zone bipolar. Well, you get mixed weather there. Well, I'm in the same zone too because it want to be windy, cold, then warm. It's messed up here.
Yeah. Yes. Sweet potatoes, they do need a lot of room to grow out and spread their vines. But the nice thing about it is you can take that room either as ground cover or you can let them grow up something. So you have the option. You can train it to go up into a tree if you want, or you can let it go ahead and spread out over the ground. So
now that's the other thing
too. You want it to grow.
Now, when you say that, I don't know nothing about sweet potatoes. I never grown them like that to know it, be an expert. Why is that? Does it, when it goes across the ground, it set roots to make more potatoes? Like when you plant that seedling.
It will, but you don't have to let it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
They'll come along.
Britain Farm Homestead said they planted their sweet potatoes in a kiddie pool last year. That's kind of like good idea. It's all
grow really well in there, I can imagine.
Yeah.
But whenever they get ready to start rooting again and growing another plant, if you want to, you can just grab your snips and clip that off and keep the vines short. Keep them to a bush about 2 or 3 feet across, and then just keep all your potatoes concentrated in that one little area around that initial bush. You don't have to let the vines grow everywhere if you don't want to.
Oh, because mine took over. I mean, it took from 16 feet straight all the way up to the front. It was like I couldn't even find out where were tomatoes. I was like, is these things are gonna wrap around and strangulate, the eggplants?
They can if you let them. Yeah.
So they will. So if they get to another plant like my eggplants and my tomatoes, they'll somehow strangle them. Because I know they got these little tentacles, whatever they twine around the other plants.
Yeah, a small annual plant could be strangled by a sweet potato vine.
Britain Farm Homestead planted their sweet potatoes in a pool last year, kiddie pool.
And Richard Project says that the leaves are edible. He's absolutely correct. The leaves are edible. You can use them like a salad green.
Oh, so, I gave mine to my chickens, so they must have loved it. That's why I was getting.
Oh yeah.
Yard gardener. You know what I think is cool? That we're from all different states and another country, and we can all be just sitting here talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I have to say something profound every once in a while.
Hey, it
No.
was just 10 years ago that it was costing us many bucks to talk to each other
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
separately. Now we're all here and hi, nice
Yeah.
to meet you, nice to see you today.
Indiana
some people
Backdrop
free.
Gardener. It's Citizen Guardian, and he is in Shed Wars 21. He is on Team Down Under. So he is a Shed Wars warrior participant.
And
And
you
I
know,
just subbed to you, Guardian.
yeah,
and
but
I
that's
did-
what. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of us who are in Shed Wars or want to be part of Shed Wars, and I say there's so many. That's why I would love if Aquarius is here. Is once the draft is over with, right? To actually, if John Willie Grove's son, I know Axel, his name is Axel something. He's doing a media
Axel
part of
Media.
it. He's doing something for the Shed Wars community on the media side of this stuff. Is
Yeah.
to actually make 2 videos. A video with all the team members and names of Team Will It Grow and all the team members of Woodcutters. And you'll know exactly who's on Shed War. I mean, yes, we didn't do that for we did a little light one because it's new with the
I think Darren did do that. He did a video where he named all his team members.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying because I know Shed Wars now have their own website, they have their own newsletter where you can actually go over and see all the teams of Will It Grow.
Yes, the Shed Wars website. They will be listed on there.
Team Down Under.
The teams will be listed after they're drafted. They will be listed on the website.
Okay,
Lori said that.
Okay, I didn't see that. So now I see. Now you tell me. So that's what I'm saying. Where instead of us saying, I didn't know who he is, I'm not subscribed to him because I think that was something that John, Aquarius, and want us all to support each other. But a lot of us do not even know each other because.
But some of them aren't coming up under Shed Wars 21 is the problem. Now, I found him from Darren's channel.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I was trying to solve that. I was trying to solve that problem by saying that on the newsletter they have that Lori World is doing, where you can actually go over and see all the team members of Darren Down Under, or was it Home something? I forgot. Home Oz is Home Oz, right?
Homestead off.
Homestead Oz. Those are the 2 teams that I know so far. So if you're part of Shed Wars, right? Instead of you saying I can't find them, they're not popping up on Shed Wars, you can go over to the Shed Wars community page or the newsletter, and you look up the teams. And then if you want to subscribe and support them, then you do. Instead of saying I never heard of him, I don't know him, because like you say, they feel that we're not interested in them. But it's so many people that you might not get to know. Like you said, a lot of y'all didn't know who Citizen Guardian was. I mean, Citizen Guardian was. Like y'all going, I haven't heard of him. And then you have the other lady that was just in here. There's another lady, she was just in here. A lot of people didn't know her either. She's from Africa too. 254.
Oh, she was in here today?
Somebody, I thought I saw it.
Well, Robert put up her link.
Oh, okay. He put up her link. I know I saw it somewhere in the chat.
But she is a small channel that needs to be supported as well, and she is also in Shed Wars.
Yeah, and she does an awesome job, y'all. If y'all don't follow her,
she really does, and she's a very bubbly person as well. Like to actually watch her is really entertaining. If you see the way that she does her videos, she's very charismatic, and she's always like got really high spirits as well. So there's also that to take away from that. Like it's very enjoyable to watch her content.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed. I kid you not. I would love somebody to go over there. They do fly over there. Is to bring back that soil sample because I want to know what's in her soil. Because her soil grows a lot. It don't even look like our soil at all. It looks like it's dry. It doesn't look like no nutrients in it, but it grows a lot in that soil she has over there. So I would love her to get the makeup of that soil.
It's also because of the equator. Like if you look at all the regions that are close to the equator, like they have a large amount of nutrients in the soil just naturally. So the closer that you get to the equator, the better that a lot of the time, the better that your soil quality and grade will be.
Yeah, because we associate, the darkness and the moisture as fertile ground, right? But when I see her ground, It looks like it's dry. It looks like you just said. Now you explained that due to the fact that it's nutrients actually in that soil. But like somebody from the States here, we always associating nutrients into a moist, nice, dark, what we call black gold compost. It looks lively, Bert. She grows a lot in that soil. So thanks for explaining that. Even though it looks like that, is a lot of nutrients in that soil.
There are definitely for your normal, like for most of the potting soil as well, for your growing flowers and growing herbs as well, you will use a more luscious soil. So you'll use a lot more like of a damp soil as well, where it is darker in texture. But a lot of the time for the majority of the plants that do grow, because of the heat as well, the ground does sometimes have a lot of, it looks really hard from the top. But as you go a little bit deeper into the ground as well, where the roots are really getting where it matters the most, you'll find quite often that the soil is done really nicely. And not only that, a lot of the gardeners, what they'll do is they'll actually, like myself, I'll often till the soil nicely, and then I'll put in like a good triple mix soil or something into that soil with a lot of compost, and then leave it. And then as it grows, what will happen over time is that the sun will absolutely dry out the soil. So to the naked eye, it'll look like the soil is like unhealthy and dry and coarse and all that. But the actual like soil beneath that is really nutritious. And a lot of us, like a lot of people throughout this region, because of the heat, we have to compensate by making sure that the roots get very nutritious soil. Sorry, long explanation for short answer.
All right, cool.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna make a quick lunch real quick, and I'm gonna hit stop cam. Y'all keep talking. I can still hear you though.
Don't leave me by myself. I can mess things up around here.
Maddie, do you notice that it's just you and I at the moment right now?
They fucking leaving me on their lives like this. What's going on?
That's great though. Like I'm glad to actually
fool around, have them demonetizing this place, messing around with me. Be demonetized when you come back. I'm gonna tore up a whole channel up for it. Well, anyway. Yes, so let me see. Wickedshire. Hey, Billy, I'm gonna talk to you for real quick since you're still here, Billy. Yeah, you gotta put the roosters on overtime, man. You need some more hens. You do at least need 30 hens. I hopefully you shoot 30 hens this year. You have enough space to get 30 hens in there nicely on that property over there. Don't forget to come down there and show you how to do it. You gotta go back to your Boston roots, and you gotta go over there and threaten them hens and the roosters to get the production up, or they're gonna end up in a pot. Gotta get them moving. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, see, they call us trustworthy guys, being citizen. We trustworthy guys will leave us alone, with their lives.
That was our insurance inspector.
Yeah.
It's quite fortunate though, because it has been quite. I think it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I've been wanting to catch up with you, Muddy. So yeah. I'm just happy that we are able to catch the stream together. And as I say, we'll try and make a different improvisation for the lighting for next time. So I'll do that. But yeah, it is really good just to have people. And something that Gail was mentioning earlier, which I find is very interesting, is that if you look at technology and the way that it's going right now, like the actual exponential growth of technology and the fact that we can talk like this so freely, like it really is something to be like very happy about, because it means that people can be brought together. Like I understand that there's a polar opposite to that, where cell phones and technology are actually making it harder for people to communicate. But at the same time, if you see the silver lining and the positivity behind that, we can be from anywhere in the world, and we're able to like catch up with a few laughs, and we're able to enjoy ourselves and get to know each other a little bit more. So I think it's amazing. It really is good.
The world had become a pantry closet. You know what I'm saying? Because at one time, Pepper was saying 10 to 15 years ago, this type of stuff would have cost us a lot of money to talk to somebody in South Africa, Texas, all at one time. Even three-way caller would have cost us a bundle. Now we doing this.
So right here on this panel, I'm from Texas. The Rusty Pepper's from Texas. Muddyboots Gardeners from Connecticut. Jason Avers is from Oklahoma, and you're from Africa. So that's even we're spread out, but you're even further away from all of us.
And we all speak in 1 second. Maybe it might have a delay here and there, but seriously, information around the world can go less than a couple of seconds now. It used to take days in a letter, you know. But now, if something was going on in South Africa, you could jump on live, and we know what's going on in South Africa at this moment in time. We don't need a news reporter to pull in with that van. It's somebody living right there. This is what's going on in Connecticut. Connecticut can get hit with a tsunami or something. I can tell you, hey, water's rising over here. You know, a tornado come over there towards Avers over there. He can tell you what's going on right now. He can tell us exactly what's outside looking.
And if one of those news reporters happens to be going out there and saying something that isn't true, we can turn around and talk to somebody who's actually there and say, "Hey, is that really going on?" And he says, "Yeah, that's not happening here."
Yep. So fake news is over with thanks to Trump now, because everybody got their cameras out now, boy. You know, that is the, I kid you not, for 2020.
I dropped a link, Robert, if you were wanting to come up.
So let me tell you something. I know, was it People Mag Life Magazine? The word for 2020, that should be the headlines. And if they hear me, I would like my check coming to the mail, right? The word for 2020 was fake news.
Yeah.
That was the word of the century for me. Fake news. I say that to this day, fake news. And that man's gone out of office. I still say fake news.
No, there are certain, obviously, there's certain aspects to that which are really good. Hi, by the way, Joy. Hello, welcome to the stream.
Hello, Joy.
Good morning, Joy.
Blessed life. Hello.
Hey, okay, hopefully I don't have feedback because I don't have the headphones.
Well, I don't have to
No, you're good.
Doesn't
There's
sound
no-
You're good. Where are you at, Joy Blessed Life?
I am in Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains.
woo.
See? Six nations. Six nations under one little scream yard.
Now I'm getting an echo. Do I need to do something to stop that?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I don't hear it. Do you guys hear it in the chat? Do y'all hear it in echo?
No, I don't hear echo.
Did
It's
you
not
turn
bad.
to your YouTube when you came in, Joy Blessed Life?
You got an extra tab open?
Did I do what?
Could you hear me when you came in?
Yes.
Joy, did
You're
you?
supposed to turn it down where you can't hear me when you join. You
Yeah,
turn it down when you can't hear me, and then you're using StreamYard's mic.
yeah. You mute the speaker on your YouTube part, and then come back over to StreamYard.
Am I hit mute?
Only on the YouTube speaker.
Usually people have to go out and come back in, that I've noticed. What do you think, Muddyboots? You think she's going to have to go all the way out?
No, she just look at the tabs, because I do that sometimes too. You just
Welcome
get an extra tab
for
open up. When she went over to StreamYard, she left her YouTube tab open. It's just all you gotta do is click the X and just get out that YouTube tab.
Hitch a chick. I am only allowed to have 5 people on here because I am on the free StreamYard. So you're in the basement.
All right. I'm good to go because I gotta go anyway. I had my code. I was going out. I had to go out anyway. So I'll let Hitch a chick come up and speak because I'm on everybody's live. But I just want to say before I leave, for everybody, I know they call me Messy Boots, Muddy Butt, Moody Boots. Yeah, they call me all kind of things, man. But anyway,
Everything but late for supper.
yeah, exactly. At least for lunch, at least. Yeah, but
Deborah's delicious dishes.
yeah, you must have made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because you came, but you ain't made lunch real quick, Gail.
Oh,
You
microwave.
just went old school on him and gave him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's the only thing you can make that
I
fast. Oh,
thought
man.
about that. How did you read my mind? But no, I microwaved a couple of burritos.
Oh,
I don't eat that stuff, but he can eat it.
yeah, go ahead and just put radiation on his blood system. That's okay. But she ain't. Yeah,
We're all sitting by when Ron calls us home anyway. So
the only thing you can make faster than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is the old poor man sandwich, which is called a mayonnaise sandwich.
mayonnaise sandwich. Oh boy.
With
That's
bananas.
the quickest sandwich you can make in America as a poor person is a mayonnaise sandwich. You just get one slice, slap some mayonnaise across, put it together, and call it a night. Wish you had some bologna between it.
With bananas either mayonnaise,
There you go.
bananas,
Pepper,
or tomato.
Bologna.
one-shot deal. That banana bologna pepper thing was a one-shot deal.
One shot.
Yeah, I
That
did that
stuff
banana, but what was it? Banana bologna mayonnaise sandwich.
No. When you have banana and mayonnaise, you leave out that bologna. That bologna's only good with ketchup, 2 pieces of bread, and maybe a little bit fried.
Oh yeah, I ate that when I was a kid. Bologna ketchup sandwich. Yeah, I ate that as a kid. Yeah, that's a good sandwich. Bologna and ketchup.
Also, like, you're saying the mayonnaise sandwiches aren't even that bad. We used to do them a lot when, they're like a surfer type thing, if you want to put it in that way. So, like, what would happen after like a long day at the beach? You'd go home and you'd quickly just have 1 or 2 mayonnaise sandwiches. It sounds terrible, but it's a good way to just have the shortest and quickest sandwich ever.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You don't know about those things because some people get up here, and act like they never had a mayonnaise sandwich or a ketchup sandwich. They'll act like they never had that cheap status. What we used to do, the sugar. We used to make our own cinnamon toast when we used to put the toaster in the toaster oven, right? Put some butter and then you sprinkle some regular cane sugar and some cinnamon. That was your cinnamon.
Oh, I used to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Have you ever had
like they never had those sandwiches before?
You ever had cheese toast where you just take slices of cheese and you cut it in little squares and you melt it in the oven and just like cheese?
Yeah, that was a cheap man. That was a cheap man pizza. But we didn't have
it.
See, at the point in time, my parent didn't care about microwaves because they felt the radiation was going to kill us all. So we had what they call the toaster oven. So we used to put the toaster oven, put the little American yellow cheese and slide 2 slices of bread in there under the toaster oven. And if you really was old school like my friends were, they was old school stats. They didn't even have the toaster. They used to, under the stove, used to have a pilot. I don't know if anybody had them old stoves back in the days. They had the roasting under the stove. They had that tray. Now they store them for pots and pans. But I used to get on your knees. They had to light it if it didn't work. It had a because the broiler now is inside the oven. The broiler used to be on the bottom of the stove. I don't know if anybody remember the old stoves.
It's having echo.
I do.
Where the broiler used to be under the stove.
Yeah.
Now the broilers are inside on the top rack. But the broiler used to be on the bottom, and my friends used to have to make their toast like that. They had to put the bread on the bottom, slide that little tray that's on the bottom. Now they use it for pot storage, but it used to be a broiler under it. Now the broiler's inside the oven itself now.
All right, so you want to know what's in the pot?
Oh, what's in the pot?
It's not like I haven't been going like, ooh, ah,
I'm
ooh.
going to see if that burrito is nice and hot.
That looks like a peach tree.
This one's not a peach tree. I actually got 2 trees in today. This one is a sansho pepper. It's a Japanese pepper tree. The leaves of this one taste exactly like black pepper, but it's the male counterpart to a dioecious species. The other tree is the female, and that's this one right here. This one's a Szechuan pepper. And I don't know if you can see on the camera there, but these have really, really sharp thorns on that tree.
Oh, wow. Now, what kind of fruit comes off that you said? Is it edible fruit that come off that tree?
Peppercorns.
Peppercorn?
It produces peppercorn. Yeah.
Oh, I will look. Can I grow in 7A? Can peppercorn grow in 7A?
You can grow Szechuan and sansho peppers in 7A. You can't grow black peppers. The black pepper tree.
Yeah.
They can't grow that this far north, but the Szechuan pepper you can grow this far north.
Because you know what? That's great that you brought that because I was wondering the same thing. Like, how do you get black pepper and stuff like that? And peppercorn, like nobody grows that stuff. But see, now you showing that it comes off a tree and it can be grown and grow.
Yeah.
So what zones that tree can grow in? Do you know all the zones that tree could possibly grow in?
Not off the top of my head. I think as far north as 5.
Oh, far as 5?
Yeah.
Because I like peppercorn. I usually have the ones you buy and you grind them into your steaks.
Yep. Hang on a second. I'll go look it up real quick. I can find out.
All right. I mean, you can make a video about it. I mean, a lot of people don't know where peppercorn comes from. They buy it from the supermarkets, but we don't know where it comes from.
Later on today is on
Joy Press Live. Is your mic working?
All right, Gail.
I think my mic is working, but I'm hearing echo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let somebody else come. I know Hitch Chicken. Some other people want to come up. I gotta run. It's 1 o'clock. The girls get out at 2:20, so I gotta run to Walmart.
Zone 5 to zone 8.
5 zone to 5 8. Y'all can grow your own peppercorn tree, so you don't have to keep going buying peppercorn from the supermarkets. So I will be looking at it. And you got that from where? Where you get that tree from?
I got that from One Green World in Washington. No, this was in Washington State.
So when you make a video about that stuff, can you put the description of what the name of that tree is, the name of it, so we can look it up and see if our local nurseries have it? I don't think our local nursery has it. So
no, the local nursery is not going to have it.
See, but I'll definitely find it because I had
to wait 2 years to get the.
You waited how many years?
2 years.
Hey man, somebody got to get it faster than that.
Well, once I start getting fertilized peppercorns off these and planting them, I'll have some for sale too.
Now, when you saying that, can you take peppercorn and grow a tree from the peppercorn itself?
Whole peppercorns? Probably not. I mean, you could try. The problem I discovered when you're trying to grow spices is a lot of times those spices have been on the shelf for so long that they're not gonna. They've been hot and cold, hot and cold, and hot and cold for too many cycles that there's just no life left in them.
Oh, okay.
But
why it took you 2 years to get that plant delivered to you?
Because they only grow a certain amount every year, and if you don't get in there quick and get your name on the
list, coming up.
You have to pre-order.
Hi, Bev. Hitch Chick
So I jumped on it.
Hey, y'all.
I jumped on it about 6 months ago whenever they announced that they were going to have them for sale.
We see ya.
And got one ordered.
Wow, it takes
that
that long.
Pie is that you're serving up?
All right, but please put the link up. They might have enough. I don't know.
Ooh, you better send some to Texas. Yep.
Wait up. Why is she sending that little piece? She didn't just send that over this way.
No, Texas got first dibs on it.
It's closer.
You're gonna have to take that up with the husband.
You have to fight the husband for that one, huh?
That would have been in my lunch box, my lunch pail when I left this morning. All right, I'm gonna let somebody else come up. Y'all guys, I gotta run out. It's 1 o'clock here. I gotta get going. So
thanks for the chat.
Hey, Muddyboots.
Yeah, so
Muddyboots. Thank you.
Take care. I gotta go. All right.
Bye, Muddyboots.
Behave yourself, Messy Boo.
So what's everybody into today?
I need to go grocery shopping as well. And then
I just got home.
Seedlings to put in my stuff outside and do some watering.
Yeah, also, I really appreciate being on the stream with you guys. I've really loved it. And thanks for stopping in as well. I'm also going to go. There's a couple things happening around here at the moment that I just want to take care of. And thank you very much, Gail. And I really appreciate it. Sincerely. Thank you. And thank you.
I will catch up on some of your
Guardian
videos on today. Thank you for coming up. Nice to know you.
See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I just double checked. One Green World is in Portland, Oregon, not Washington State. I was thinking Breckenridge Nursery. I've got trees coming from there too. They haven't arrived yet. And yeah, there are.
I'm not the only one making lunch. Looks like she's over there making lunch or doing something too. She's
Who,
doing.
me?
Are you making lunch?
No, I put iced tea together, and now I'm putting my eggs in my cartons. I can't stand sitting still for nothing. Hang on.
How many chickens do you have, Bev?
I have 24 now. I had 27, but 3.
So now I have 14.
Yeah. I have, out of the 24, I have 2 roosters, and the rest are layers. So they keep me busy. They're my babies.
My chickens are kind of on strike right now. I don't know what's going on.
Well, there are
keeping them with food, going, okay, here, and letting them out every day, trying to make them happy. I don't know what's going on.
Sprinkle some cinnamon in there.
Cinnamon?
Sweet potato.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be
Emily,
happy because they'll get, you know, all my salad scraps and stuff. So they'll be good. They love kale. I might grab them a bag of kale when I'm at the store because they love it. Mine hasn't replenished from when I just harvested it yet.
Indiana, I
Hello.
want to thank you. I got the coffee
Welcome.
the day after you sent it out. I got a coffee machine Wednesday, and I've been using it. So it's wonderful. I wanted to do a reveal video. Reveal live stream, but we couldn't get me going. You know, it was like,
oh, that's fine.
But
I'm glad you got it okay.
I got it. I love it. I love it. I even shared it with my friend.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'll
I'm
have
glad you're
to tell me. You'll have to tell me what program you do that on.
What program for what?
For your coffee and tea.
Oh, that's just from Amazon.
And you just
got
put in that person's address and send it straight to their house?
Yes, I ordered it and then I put her address in and I sent it straight to her house.
And it got here the next day.
Amazon is great like that, huh?
Yeah, I was so excited.
I know when she told me about it, I was like, cool.
I can't afford the prices at Amazon. Oh,
what are you making? Oh, that's
these are pea pellets. I like these pellets. I used them for the first time, and I actually really like them a lot. So I'm going to use them again. I'm going to use them for kohlrabi because kohlrabi doesn't really like to be transplanted. So I think these pea pellets would be really good for the kohlrabi.
That's neat.
They look good enough to eat. Got any ideas? I better get me some breakfast.
I never did find my parsley yesterday. I ended up going to Tractor Supply and getting some more. Get down, Miley, down.
What did you do? You filled it?
No, I don't know what I'm
greenhouse?
doing with my parsley. It wasn't in my seed tray, so I don't know what I've done with it.
Oh, wow.
So I
could have sent you some, Gail.
Hey, friends, how are you?
Last year, for things that don't like to be transplanted, if you want to get them started indoors, without having to go out and buy pea pods, you get PVC pipe, and this is a little bit too narrow. This is like 1.5 inch. You need at least 2 inch, really. And you cut it off at about 2 inches tall, so you have just a little color out of the PVC pipe, and then you just put that down, and put the soil in it, and then pack it down, and then put loose on top, and then put your seeds into the loose material on top, and you can put that right into your 10-20 tray. And since it's packed at the bottom, the soil will stay in there. Right. And then you get your plant started, you can take the entire thing out, set it down on the ground, and just let it take off from there.
Nice.
Kind of like a soil block, right?
Yeah.
How the soil blocks work?
Yeah, the same way.
Okay.
Ask you.
And then whenever the growing season is over, you just
on here at the same time. Do you guys start your cucumbers early, or do you direct sow them in the ground?
I start them ahead of time.
I started mine early.
Okay, you did too. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not time for me to start cucumbers yet because they'll start growing so fast, and I won't be able to put them outside for a while. So I don't want to start them too early.
Yeah, my last frost date's not.
We might still have another killing frost before it's all over here.
I mean, I'm so close now. I might as well just get ready for direct sowing. I don't know.
I was going to say, I hate to say it, I'm a gardener. I'm a wannabe gardener. I try really hard, but I had rogue cherry tomatoes grow this past year, which I didn't plant. They just sort of popped up out of nowhere, like surprise.
I did that too.
They were awesome.
Tomatoes are volunteer really quick.
It's been a lot of fun.
I had like 9 plants pop up.
Wow.
And that's usually the best vegetable to eat Well, actually, tomatoes are fruit.
But we had
Yeah,
let's see,
my
we had-
volunteer tomato was like the strongest tomato I had in my garden.
I know, imagine that. So we had those are the ones that grew. We had those lemon cucumbers. Anyone ever grow those?
No, I
I
haven't.
tried.
Did you
I
like them?
had no success last year.
Yeah, we did okay. When it wasn't bad, but it was like I don't know, like the things I want to grow. Like we grow squash and tomatoes and things like that, but not that great. Not very successful. I'm the dog lady. I'm not the gardener. Sorry.
How many dogs do you have?
Well, personally, we have one right now, but I work and train and I do animal behavior stuff. So that's, yeah.
What state are you in?
We're currently in Tennessee, but we travel.
Tennessee, okay.
Oh, where
I'm
in
gonna ask
Tennessee?
everybody, and eventually I will remember all of them, but
This
sometimes I
little
may have to ask a couple of times before I remember.
Jason,
Exactly.
that looks like the Rocky Horror. Not Rocky Horror. What's the thing? Little Shop of Horrors plant.
What is that?
This is a basil.
A basil? Okay.
Yeah, it's ready to be up potted and probably pruned a little bit too.
I love this.
Yeah, I was watching Indiana Backyard Gardeners beginning gardening series, and I think it was her that said that you should put basil with tomatoes.
Yeah, basil
So,
and all together.
I'm just going to direct fill mine with the tomatoes, and I'm going to put some dill in there because I heard that as well. So
That sounds
Yeah,
delicious.
that's good too.
And the cat's eyeing my basil, so I have to go put it back on the shelf.
I'm getting hungry. You guys are talking about food way too much. It's like close to my lunch. I'm like, oh geez. Hey, I need a favor, Gail. You ready?
Yep.
I need a big favor because we're in a really weird spot today. Has anyone ever heard of America's Favorite Pet? Anybody?
Nope.
Anybody?
No.
Okay. It's a really big competition. It's nationwide. And Rosie Bell, who's my dog, is in it because we're giving away $25,000 this year to rescue organizations.
Wow.
And if we win this, we get to give away $5,000 because that's the prize money. We just put it back in the system and give it to 3 different shelters in need. They're like rural county shelters, places that like make a big difference. Not like, it's a big deal. But the voting ends tonight for this next round. And if we don't make it, we're out. So I'm wondering
Is
if I
it
can.
on a video?
I'm sorry.
Is it on one of your videos?
It's not on the video. No, because it's one of those things where I could drop a link if you want. If you have a Facebook account, it's free to vote. No big deal. If you want to donate, there's a pause thing where if you give $2 and you get 2 extra votes. So it's like buy one, get 2, something like that, which pause, just so you know, is a wildlife refuge program. It's really cool. But we're not promoting, we're not telling people to go. Yeah, we're not telling people to go pay. But if you want to do me a favor, I don't think I have, I'll put it in there, put in the chat. But I think you'd have to give me a wrench to make it a link.
What is it called?
It's called America's Favorite Pet. Is the name of the contest.
Put something in there, and then I'll put you as a link moderator.
Okay.
Perfect. And then Rosie Bell is the name of the dog, and Rosie is actually down by my feet. She's like waiting to get up here.
Okay, it should be done.
We want to have a rescue dog win this year for the first time. We want to have a story of a dog that's like every breed, not just one breed. Like we just want to have a really good story. Yeah.
What kind of dog is she? She does a little thing.
She's a hot mess. She is a lab mix with just a little bit of everything else, which is fun. But I call her a Tennessee Red because she's got that cute face.
Aw, she's cute.
She's a hot mess. She's a lot of fun. But she's 3 years old, and we go to a bunch of events throughout the year and try to help out as many animal rescues that we can.
She's just a little thing.
She's long. She's not very tall, but she's long. She's actually has dwarfism. So her legs only grew about this long, but her body's like 4 feet long.
Huh.
Wow.
I have this real tiny boxer.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Gail can tell you
I
about
have a
him.
mask.
Jason, you've got a cat on your shoulders. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah.
And it's showing us its best side there.
No, we love it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's just one of those things we're all about paying it forward, and I love watching others because I love learning all about gardening and everybody else. So this is so much fun. So I appreciate y'all having me up here.
Yeah. Have you heard about Shed Wars? Do you know what that is?
I do.
You do? Cool. Welcome, Tyrannical mystery cover. Sorry, I'm probably messed up.
Nunya's here too.
Yeah, we should be starting that in a couple weeks. So get to watch us. You get to learn lots and lots of gardening stuff.
I'm excited.
That little kitty is the reason why I started buying garden gnomes.
Really?
Yeah. You put the garden gnome in the pot, the small ones. You put them in the pot facing outwards. And so when the pet comes up there and is interested in your plant, they see the statue and change their mind.
Really?
Awesome.
So it's a cat deterrent.
It's a cat deterrent, yeah.
We're about to put a fence around our yard because we have a dog that's digging in my raised bed.
Now outside I have a concrete rattlesnake that stands about 2 foot tall, kind of poised and ready to strike. And that one's standing guard over the blueberry bushes. Whenever the birds come by and they see the fruit, they think, I might want some of that. And then they see the concrete snake. Maybe I don't want that bad. But they take off.
I'm going to step out of StreamYard for a minute because I need to fix me something to eat and some more coffee.
Okay.
Go ahead.
She's so sweet.
Okay.
Yes.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
What does anybody have any idea how to keep feral cats out of my yard?
Ooh.
Not only do they do their business in the chicken run, but they mark their territory on our patio furniture. All over the brand new porch we built last
I've heard
summer.
something about human hair.
Okay. I have
but I bet there's a lot of things.
Aquavelva. I'm going to say that out loud. I hate to say it out loud, but Aquavelva. Remember Aquavelva men's aftershave?
Like
that's the one where they.
Yep. It has a distinctive smell and odor. For some reason that has been a wonderful thing that I've other people have told me that works very well. It's just it's like repulsive, even to feral cats. So that's something to think about.
I bet there's a YouTube video.
I actually used to like it when my dad used it.
I know.
What about vinegar?
We tried the vinegar. We tried.
Vinegar?
I tried both apple cider vinegar and regular vinegar.
What do you think, Jason?
Nothing.
You got anything on that one?
What about peppermint oil?
Get some snakes.
Yeah.
Tried it.
I was going to say, why don't you grow some?
If I got
If you have
I would have to leave.
If you have enough snakes to control your rodent population, there won't be the food for the cats, and the cats will stop going around.
That's true. I was gonna say you got to think that way. Or I would start to grow catnip and make them just be high in your backyard so you can catch them. That's my thought.
Well, yeah, you could always plant a barrier. Okay, so the
Well, as
video
long as you never plant it, it will be coming back.
part of the reason for planting a barrier of clover and alfalfa on the outside of the garden is so that you have a source that you can cut for compost. But another reason to have it there is that's something that deer and rabbits will come to and eat on first.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got a barrier on the outside of the garden, you include catnip in that, the cats might be inclined to just hang out around there and not come the rest of the way in. It's not a solid barrier that's going to stop them, but it may keep them amused for a bit.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's worth a shot.
The worst part of the problem is that the neighbors don't claim them as his, but he built them 2 cat houses and he feeds them.
Oh.
And we've told him, could you please try to keep your cats somewhere? And he's like, but they're not my cats. Then why are you feeding them? So they're hanging around everywhere because they're getting fed.
Right.
So in the meantime, they're destroying everything we're trying to build up here because they're marking everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've tried everything citrusy.
Set out a live trap for them, take them to the vet, and have them spayed or neutered.
Yeah, I was going to say the only thing you could do is contact your local animal control and let them know, and let them essentially give your neighbor a talk and or a ticket. Sounds sort of sad, but that could happen.
We actually, one of our other neighbors did that. They came and got them, took them, spayed them, neutered them, whatever they do to cats. and brought them back and released them back because it's their natural habitat. So they brought them back.
Interesting.
So I did get live traps today because we've tried everything.
I like the comment, the everyday life of the OC Dish Chick says install a cat motion detector sprinkler.
Wow.
That's one thing I haven't tried.
That's cool.
But they get in the basement. Because we have a couple places in our foundation that's not fully secure. I mean, it's 100-plus-year-old house. And they get in the basement and they spray the basement. So of course it comes up through and it's just
That's the inherent problem with having more than if you have one cat around, one cat can go use the litter box in one spot, and they'll be fine with using the litter box. But as soon as you get two cats, even if they've been spayed and neutered, they get into scent wars, and they try to make sure that the area smells like them.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Tin Can Gardener.
So if you're gonna have a cat, just have one, not more than one.
And I love cats. Don't get me wrong. I love cats, but I don't want them spraying and marking their territory on my brand new porch, or whatever. It's just.
Thanks.
Understood. I've got to go back to work. I just want to come up and say hey and let you know that I'm watching you guys. It's always fun to work and lurk and learn some things. So I really appreciate all the tips and tricks because I'm going to try them. So we'll have to see how this all works out.
Okay, thank you for coming up.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go vote after the live. Okay?
Catch you later.
Oh, please. Thanks, guys. Okay. All right. Bye.
All right. Nope, no roots yet. Last time I did this, I had roots within 24 hours, though, so that's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Tell you what, there's nothing like sweet potatoes for giving you confidence in your ability to start cuttings, because they
Have you ever done regular potatoes, Jason?
Yeah.
Anything special you need to do to those?
Make sure you have a long cool season before you plant them.
A long what?
A long cool season? Yeah. For example, here in Oklahoma, spring.
Is it more of a fall crop?
Yeah, for us, they're a fall crop. Some years you can get away with it, but last year, for example, we couldn't get away with it. We went from too cold to grow to too hot, too fast. It was like 40 days, and they usually need at least 60 to make a decent crop. If you have,
I haven't bought any seed potatoes, so I think I'll just skip that one.
60
what
to 90
are you
days.
talking about, Gail?
Regular potatoes.
Yeah.
You're in zone 7, right, Gail?
8A.
She's an 8A.
Oh, well, you should be able to plant potatoes now.
But another factor is how long a period do you have before it becomes too hot outside for your potatoes to produce? So it depends.
Mid-June to July, probably. When it gets real hot. Definitely July.
When does it start getting 80 degrees?
June. May.
Here it's May. So,
I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, from April to May. But
I haven't bought any, so I'm good with that.
Our fall season is longer. After the heat breaks, we can put potatoes in the ground, and we'll have a long period all the way up until December usually. So fall is a good time here to grow regular potatoes, and then spring is a good time to grow the sweets. But you can do both. And then if you're further north, you can do sweet potato, or not sweet potatoes. You can do regular potatoes throughout your entire growing season because it never gets quite that hot.
Yeah, like my sister-in-law probably could, but I think she likes potatoes.
Yeah, I'm in zone 5.
As a matter of fact, she could probably start them early and use tires or something else to provide a heat trap to warm up the roots, and then start them early up there, and they'll be done with one crop and turn around and put in another one.
I thought about growing something in one of my old tires. What do you think would be best to grow in that?
Something that likes it hot. because here
What do you
it's
think about like pumpkin, or would it be more like okra?
okra. Yeah, probably you can get away with okra. You can plant okra early in the tire.
Yeah, because if they're black, if you're gonna leave them black, then it'll absorb a lot of heat.
Yeah, it'll warm up the root zone.
Okay.
So if you're
So like
far up,
watermelons, melons are good to grow in tires, and like okra, stuff that likes it really hot.
Cantaloupe?
Yeah, cantaloupe.
melon.
I have my homestead cantaloupe seeds. Might try that. Well, I was going to put something in them just to show all the different alternative ways you can grow things and just different things you can grow things in. Kind of like I think I saw somebody else do it, but I thought that would be kind of cool.
Food forest permaculture. She grows in tires.
Did she? Yeah.
I don't know if you're subscribed to her channel. It's a food forest permaculture, but she grows in tires.
Pretty sure I'm subscribed to her. That would be an interesting raised bed. Hold on just a second, guys. I got to help my hubby find something in the house here. You know how men get when they can't find something.
Mm-hmm. That usually happens whenever my wife moves something.
Oh.
I had him right there this morning. Yesterday, knocked him down, played with him. He learned with it.
I've got
You sure you took it in here?
Yes.
Gail, you should have muted yourself.
There's a peg on that hanger. That's
right. He's mad at me, and you might as well know it because I can't find his medicine, and he.
Oh no!
Oh no!
But if she moves them and she puts them on the peg next to the one that the keys go on, I can look right at it and not see them.
Oh, wow. Just because you're looking for them in a certain spot, so then any other spot is like irrelevant.
Right. It's like, where would I put my keys? They're either in my pocket, they're on my desk, or they're on their spot on the hanger. And if they're moved one peg over, I don't see them. Sometimes I think she does that just to mess with me. She'll move things over just a couple inches, and then like I'll look over there. It's not where I left.
Just so she can say they're right in front of you.
All right. So in all the jumbled mess of the house, I know where everything is supposed to be, and then you move it an inch, and I can't find it. All right. So
sometimes it's like that, though.
Yeah. Britain Farms Home saying, "Cat stop keeps cats out of your gardens with motion activated ultrasonic sound that humans can't hear." Ugh. I don't know if that works.
I've seen those.
I've seen those. They're supposed to scare away cockroaches.
Hello, Grammy Karen.
Sorry, I left you guys hanging here. He was just running. He was just. It's like he was mad at me because I was on live, or because he couldn't find his medicine, or maybe he's grumpy because he's sick. But I'm trying to help you, but I don't know what you've done with your medicine. I said, did you maybe take it to work with you?
Try the top of the refrigerator.
Huh?
Try the top of the refrigerator.
Yeah, or in the refrigerator. You know, because if he doesn't feel well, there's no telling where he put it. I know he took the trash out this morning, but I don't think it fell in there.
Yeah, I need to get something to drink to go with this. You put it down. Now it's on top of the refrigerator.
Well, I told him if I found it, I would take it up there to him. So,
what's the matter with him?
I don't know, like a cold or sinus allergy stuff. Yeah.
Got the common cold, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he's not running a fever or anything. He checked his temperature last night. He was normal. So I think it's allergy related. I think he needs to be taking allergy medicine all the time.
Yeah, just flipping some vinegar, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm at the point I don't know if there's any more seed starts I can do. And I'm so close now, I'm probably just going to wait till my last frost date and go ahead and risk it and plant something and hope that, nothing shows up in April,
Well, usually I can get away with direct sowing just about everything on April 15th. Usually. I like to have tomatoes started before then. That way they're already up and going before I transplant them out.
Yeah, I've got quite a few tomatoes already started.
Yeah. I can't transplant them out until about the 4th of May. I mean, I could put them out before, but as late as the frost has been coming, I'm scared to.
I know, and I think if I do anything, I'm just gonna try not to do all of your seed. Like I had put some radishes in this planter over here, and some of them got just a little bit. I'm gonna call it frostbit from the cold weather.
Yep.
So I just went ahead and added a few more seeds in there, but I think they're probably still going to be all right, though. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with radishes, but I just put a few more seeds in there.
If they've already started and they've already started developing the roots and the tops get a little bit frosted, they'll still wind up coming back from them.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I went ahead and just threw a few more seeds in there. Not that many, just a few. I have little tiny bits of carrots coming up and a little bit of cilantro and a tiny bit of lettuce in that one planter. And then I have some stuff in the greenhouse coming up. Some of it, I didn't plant all the seed. I just said, I'm going to risk it and we'll see. I want to have on my first Shed Wars video, I want something to actually be growing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to have something to show.
Yep. Well, we've got quite a few bell peppers and some cayenne peppers started over here.
Cayenne peppers?
And bell peppers, yeah. Like, grab one real quick. This is
I haven't had real good success with my bell peppers. I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and planted some more.
So there's a bell.
Oh, that looks good. Are you going to leave it in that plot, or are you going to transplant it?
Oh, I'll probably transplant them.
Some stuff I didn't put it in the seed starting. I put it in. Well, so all my herbs, I actually am going to just leave them in pots.
What's this over here? Hang on. Take a look at this guy. Yeah, let's see. Move some stuff around here.
Okay.
The people that want to live in tiny homes, it's not a good idea. This is not a tiny home, and it's still too small.
Yeah, I know.
It's still too small. Oh, wow, these are heavy. Come on, guys. There we go. Barely start to do something. Oh, yeah. Now, can we see any? Can we see the green stuff? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right. That is a fig cutting that's started to take root and it's actually starting to grow in there.
Hi, Jay.
Let's see. This one is, it's not dead, but it's not sprouting. I don't think this one made it, but that's another cutting. But this one's actually started to put on some greens.
Awesome.
Oy.
That looks good.
Yay, figs. Yay. Oy.
So you're not going to start transplanting until the first week of April, you said?
Right. No, I won't start transplanting until May.
May?
Until the first week of May. Just because weather's been too
unpredictable.
Too mean lately.
Yeah, it has.
But
it is quite mean.
My mom told me that one year when she was about maybe 6 or 7 years old, it might have been when she was 5. They had snow all the way out in May 5th. On May 5th.
Really? We had snow once on Easter, and I think that Easter might have been in April, but maybe it was in March.
Yeah. We had frost this past Easter. It was our
frost. What?
This past Easter was our last frost.
Yeah.
Last year. But so yeah, we know that sort of weather does occasionally come and visit us.
Yeah, it does.
Not totally out of the question. It's a bit colder. I'm not taking any chances this year.
What do you think about throwing some black-eyed peas in the ground? That should be okay, right?
I usually plant those whenever it starts to warm up.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you can start those in May.
Sometime after the soil temperature passes 75 to 80.
Yeah. I heard a couple of people say that they plant some different types of beans and peas in the, before your frost date. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, black-eyed peas you plant later in the year after it heats up. You can plant chickpeas and lentils and your sugar peas. All those you can plant early. Yeah, pole beans and black-eyed peas are more of the season has already gotten started for the crop.
Yeah. March. We had a blizzard in March of '93. Horrible in Georgia. Yeah. Yeah, you never know what the weather's going to do this year. I think if you do put anything out, don't put all of it out.
Let's have an hard time wrapping my head around the idea of a blizzard in Georgia at any time.
Yeah, that's okay.
Blizzard in Georgia, how does that happen?
I know.
Who told you could have snow in Georgia?
Yeah.
Ice, sure, yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
But enough snow.
72% of the USA was covered with snow at the same time. That's completely unheard of. So it's completely rational that that could happen again.
Oh yeah. Well,
and they explained it, and you probably know the scientific terms, but it's like we broke some kind of barrier, and it's letting that cold air into this area.
It's just the way that the currents are running. The jet stream's getting pulled a little bit further south than it ordinarily does, so it pulls that Arctic air further south. But ordinarily, we get a touch of the polar vortex every year in Oklahoma. So we'll have nice hot summers, and then during the winter, usually around February, we'll wake up one morning and go, "Oh wow, are we in the Arctic Circle here?" And then a few miles south in Texas, you're like, "And we're here planting our crops," and we're sitting here going,
"Yeah."
I remember
that when I lived in Oklahoma, we had more snow when I lived in Oklahoma City than we do here in Texas. So I remember we used to get it more. But I actually lived in an apartment at that time on the second floor, so I couldn't really plant anything or anything like that. I guess I could have done it on my balcony, but I didn't.
The seasonal visitation of the Arctic stops somewhere south of Oklahoma City. Yeah. Usually it doesn't cross the Red River, but this year it did. So
yeah,
you guys got to experience February of this year. I hope you like it. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Texas was completely and totally unprepared for it.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to tell that to Homer, and I don't think he quite gets it. Our pipes aren't buried deep enough.
Yep.
And
all the way from how everything's built to just how infrastructure is maintained. They don't have
which is actually against the law. They're supposed to put them deeper.
They don't have the salt. They don't have the sand. They don't have the trucks. They don't have anything to deal with that kind of weather.
They don't even sell coats that are warm enough here.
Right.
To keep us warm. So there's that. That's, a very simple thing. It's like, we don't even have coats that are warm. Like when I go out, when it was that real bad, well, I didn't go out during that time, but I had to wear an undershirt, a t-shirt, a hoodie, and a coat. It was that cold in my house. And then I had on some leggings and pants and boots and 2 pairs of socks inside the house. That's how cold our house got. Inside the house. So,
Never throw away your fat pants. Never throw them away.
throw away what?
Never throw away your fat pants. You might need them.
Yeah, to put over your stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Layers.
I have officially lost 6 pounds.
Yay. Yep. So
Yep.
the weird diet that you're on is doing something.
Yeah, it is a weird diet. Yeah.
It's just,
It is a weird diet. Yeah.
you're eating well.
Yeah, it is a weird diet. I am kind of mixing a few different diets together though, because there's a few vegetables that they're not recommending I eat that I'm going to still eat because I'm going to have a ton of vegetables out here, and
Wow.
I'm sorry, I can't be picking and choosing. I mean, it's a vegetable; it should be good for you. And of course, you're not going to sit and eat a whole bowl of it, but
Right. Well, apparently, sweet potatoes are good for weight loss. So
they're what?
apparently, sweet potatoes are good for weight loss, so you can eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if the tons of butter that I like to put on my sweet potatoes is good for weight loss.
Yeah.
But potatoes are good.
It's like the coffee. Coffee's okay for you. Coffee's fine for you. It's the cream and sugar that you put in it that make it not good for you.
Here's the sugar.
But I make mine in a shake, so.
Coffee's good. No sugar.
Yeah, stevia in mine. I make like a iced coffee drink out of mine that's healthy. So.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm going to get off here, Jason. I have some planting to do, some grocery shopping to do, and some cleaning to do. And I got to find that medicine and take it to him so he doesn't come home throwing another fit, or at least go to the store and buy some more.
You gotta go put these in the ground.
I know. I'm going to dig through my seed again and see if there's any more starts I need to do on anything. Thank you for coming up, Jason.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you guys for coming in.